let's get Rogie out of the way. Let's get my little start screen out of the way. And here we are. We are Malcolm Rose the Ruffian, which is not too far off from real-life reality. I've been bribed again. I've been handed a sweaty pile of money to play mainline. I hope the gentleman who paid for it is able to show up. I will probably be streaming sometime after 7 EST. I'll try for every day until the run is over, but maybe not. With that said, it's after 7 p.m. EST right now, so hopefully he gets the old notification and sees. I have not played any dungeon crawl at all since I played my last game. So, let's see if I remember what I'm doing. You know, if I lose, I feel like it's not going to be any of the sort of boneheaded mainline changes that I don't like. It's actually just going to be me losing my my skills due to skill decay. You know, it's going to be like what did Bane say? Victory has defeated you. That's what's going to happen to me, if I had to guess. Alrighty. Victory has cost you your strength. No, I'm good. I'm just kidding. Well, we're playing a troll, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. The gentleman who purchased the run was insistent. Jinx65, it's tongue in cheek. The joke is that I am undefeatable. I've got to build the suspense, you see. No, the gentleman who purchased this run actually suggested that he believes that trolls are actually weak now, and I think that has to do with the addition of attacks of opportunity. And I'm not sure if I'm sold on that or not. I mean, trolls are still really, really, really strong. I'm sure that, you know, nothing has been nerfed about their unarmed combat, for instance. But he has also specifically requested that I play Okawaru. I usually don't agree to, you know, pre-run God choice on streak games. It's, you know, it's a matter of win rate, so it's like an in-game kind of choice. But with a troll, I'm willing to have a little leeway there because I believe the early game is strong enough that it's fine. With that said, new Okawaru is horrendously nerfed compared to old Okawaru. You no longer get all kinds of gifts. You get one capstone gift and that's it. So we could definitely get dabbed on by the game. Alrighty, so we're playing a shapeshifter. I don't know how much we're actually going to do any shapeshifting. How much donation do you require for a full run? Well, I started doing the math, and I decided I wanted to get paid more than sweatshop wages, because these runs take a tremendous amount of time, like lots and lots of hours. So I've been slowly pushing the price up, so it's currently $200. And the idea was for it to be like a crowdfunded thing where people could sort of slowly put money into that on my site, and that is possible. But in reality, it's been more like, you know, a wealthy benefactor shows up once in a while and just pays the whole thing. So, bigger nerf to Oka. Hey, what's up, the Mian team? Good to see you. Bigger nerf to Oka was making duel less of a high tier escape. That was an incredible panic button before. What did they do to it? I have not played with duel at all. I think I fiddled around with it very briefly several months ago. On like a throwaway account just to see what it was, but I don't. How was it before and how is it now? I guess would be the question. Anyway, you'll notice that my base, my unarmed combat damage is 16 right now. It would be 15 if I wasn't transformed with the talisman, with the beast talisman. I don't think we're losing anything at all by being in beast mode, so. We may just sit around in beast mode the whole game. Who knows? Or maybe we'll find statue form and use that. You forget specifics, but they made it less possible for you to heal during the duel and come back into a bad situation at high health. Oh, does it reset your HP to what it was when you started? Boo! Alright, let me take a look. That is soulless. I disagree with that change. Anyway. We got these teleporters. This is an entrance vault I'm actually not familiar with. I guess that we could use those teleporters to run backwards if we run into something that we feel like we can't handle. Get some gold. A lot of teleporters. Yeah, it looks like it's a one-way in, one-way out type of entrance. Okay. Alrighty, so frilled lizard, fine. He hits for 3. He hits for... What does he hit for? 6 with the weapon. Okay. This should be fine. We're a troll. We can beat this stuff up. First thing I've done, as usual, is I've set fighting to be my only trained thing. The cost 1.4, so it's the lowest anyway. -2 aptitude, I'm not too worried about that. We're going to get our HP up even further, so we'll take that to 1. We'll swing, miss, we'll swing, we'll hit. Just for, let's see, he doesn't, is he quivering anything? He is not quivering anything. Let's pull him back. This is just for safety, because attacks of opportunity are a thing. Let's pull him back here. You know what, I am curious. I don't remember how shallow water works. Because I'm a big boy, am I affected? Am I even affected by the melee chance? This is some old lore. Yeah, here we go. Large creatures are able to keep their balance, move at normal speed, and avoid fumbling. I'm large, I think. Large and in charge. That is a char dump. That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. I don't remember where to see my size. Maybe on the mutations menu. You are a hulking beast. That's just the transformation. You are too large for most types of armor. That probably means I'm large size. So technically what's optimal is, assuming he doesn't go into the teleporter, is we'll fight him, we'll pull him into the water and then fight him. I was going to just like walk back to the teleporter and go into it if there was like, you know, if the RNG decided to well and truly screw me, but I decided to use the water instead. Let's get another level of fighting, actually. There was no way to get both of those, really, like, just because of the way the water and the teleporter is set up. I would have had to have taken a step next to him, which would have been unfortunate, but, you know, if I needed to escape. I shouldn't be walking towards him, by the way. Don't walk into the black if you don't have to, basically. Well, this is interesting. I'm holding shift. I'm holding shift, but I'm not doing the little walk thing. What's going on? Did they change that? Did they take that away? Is that some kind of RC setting? Hey, Jinx65, you're correct. Thank you. That was it. God, look at that. Look at that RNG. You see how that can... Like, I actually missed a lot there. Uh-oh. We have Ligna. We have Ligma. So I kind of had to fight that that ball python. I don't even think he can constrict me now that I think about it, but let's see if we can't pull back a little bit. It's only one kobold and a jackal. This would be kind of spooky if I wasn't a troll, but let's pull back anyway, just to be really smart about it. You know, I'm actually going to fight these guys, because the further I go, the more likely I am to get crossed up by something behind me. This is okay. I'll lignify if I need to. You're the Anon in my DCSS chat. Are you? Is that you down there? Okay, cool. Are you trying to bypass the Twitch delay? Back in the day, this was the way people did it, man. There were very lively in-game chats. Okay, I currently have an animal skin. I think that robes and animal skins still have the same AC. 2 base rating and 2 base rating. It's just a bigger screen than Twitch. Would you like me to try to zoom in a little bit? Is this annoying? Looks like we're attacking at 0.9, by the way, which makes sense. Sometimes 0.8, I imagine. All right, let's walk up to this dude. All right, fighting 2. 28 HP, that means I can survive, let's see, 2.5 Orc Priest smites. Why don't we get our unarmed combat to 4 so we're consistently swinging at 0.8? It may strike you as odd that I'm playing so carefully even as a troll. But man, with the fact that you can't walk away, I mean, I tell you, it's almost like what in the hell is the point of having fast healing if you can't walk away from things? I mean, that's a big nerf. Granted, you're still a troll. You still got the big claws. You know, you still got big HP. You're still strong as a troll in the early game. But it is kind of interesting to have those little effects happen where it's like, I don't think it was really thought through, you know, where can anybody really give me the benefit of having fast healing if you can't walk away from stuff? I mean, I guess if you are trying to sustain through a really long fight, then sure, I could see it. But DCSS is a game where if you're sustaining through a really long fight, probably you've made some kind of error in judgment. Let's go over here and actually, because there's such a long way, we're going to exclude him off and we're going to explore the rest of the level. Okay, what are my ranged weapons like? -4. I don't think we're going to be using ranged weapons today. Maybe throwing. I did pick up those stones. There's been a lot of crap on the ground. I would be very happy to see that sling under normal circumstances, and in fact, we might even use it a little bit. Base attack delay 1.4. Yuck. Yuck. All right, level 3. Nowadays, I think we go dex first. I think we go dex first for accuracy, and maybe I can pump my EV up at some point. I do not like to miss. Sustain is beneficial, especially as you gain defenses, and EHP/time is noticeable. It's not a huge win rate difference, helps very little, very useful for... Well, yeah, turn count would be where it's at. Fair point. I just remember it being useful for walking away from things, and I mean, granted, that's more of a tedium remover, but at the same time, it's genuinely good because, you know, if you have to drag something over an unexplored level, that's less time for you to run into something else. Why Oka? Because the guy who... It's the least I can do for the dude who paid my my usurious giant fee for this run. And also because this particular, I'm willing to do that for this particular combo because trolls have a powerful early game. All right, normally I wouldn't be auto-exploring so much on floor 1, but again, we're a troll, so... Hey, doesn't he? You're here. You... First of all, God, I hope so. Hey, I played Spelunky 2 the other day. Secondly, I don't know, maybe I'll play B-Crawl at some point. Thirdly, you did not reply. I pinged you with a very important image that I thought you would get like a unique thrill and enjoyment out of when I pinged you with it, because you like Pokemons. No, it was like this picture that was like, this is what $200 buys you at the grocery store in 2024, and it was like a couple of bags of chips, and then in the center of the shopping cart, there's just this giant box of Pokemon cards. Oh, okay. Unacceptable. You have to live your whole life on Discord.com. That's what you got to do. I don't know what that actually is. Yeah, I just assumed it was Pokemon cards. That's what it looked like to me, but I don't know. All right, we got 2 potions that are unidentified. None of them are stacked, so I'm not going to try to drink them. OG 151 collector pack? Oh, really? Alright. You mean 152, right? Because you could get the Mew if you went behind the truck and tried to press the interact button enough times. Okay, we're gonna just throw a rock at this dude. Wow, we killed him with stones. Okay. Checking D1 again. I keep feeling like I'm missing something. I guess I'm not. Apparently it's 120. Good lord. Can you get that foil Charizard, though? Okay, I'll take the poison darts. Oh. A Rapier of Distortion. If I wasn't a troll, I would seriously consider using that. That's a weapon that goes hard in the paint for D2. Yeah, not so sure about being a troll using that, but we're gonna shout a bit because unfortunately AOOs have meant that have made it so shouting on a staircase is even more advisable. Yeah, that is true. I mean, like, it's a joke image, but at the same time, prices actually are insane, and it's amazing to me that my government is trying to lie to me, like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, yeah. People can see that things cost 2-3 times more than they did a few years ago. I thought Mewtwo was 151. God, my knowledge of Pokemon has disappeared. By the way, D2 boots would have been really nice. Boots of Rampaging, not so much, but they're +2. Sadly, we, oh. Well, I was actually trying to troll. Was Mew even, I don't think Mew was obtainable in the original Red and Blue. But there was always the old meme of, like, interacting with the truck and, like, oh yeah, you can get Mew, but then you actually couldn't. Whatever, man. I'm all about that Masingno. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a troll. What a sick early game this would have been if we had +2 gloves and +2 boots on D2. That would have been like 2, 4, 5, what is it, 1 AC for each one base AC, so that'd be 6 AC. 6 AC on D2. That would have been sick. Oh, cool, water. This is actually really good for us. See, we don't care about the water, but the dogs do. Are you... What? Natasha. Whoa. Wait a minute. Did Natasha notice me? Natasha hisses angrily. That's actually really bad. Because Natasha... oh, okay. It's less bad than I thought. She doesn't have Throw Flame like I thought. Let's take a step. What do we got? We got scrolls, we got potions, none of which are stacked. So, like, if we get Natasha into melee, it's gonna be fine. But she can actually kill us in like 3-4 turns with if she high rolls on the dart, and if she slows me, that's bad. If she throws Call Imp on me, that's pretty bad. Yeah, she gets the spear version. I am actually tempted to read a scroll here. We have no throwing skill, or else I would just toss some darts at her. We could toss boomerangs at her and do some work there. She's got to have been somewhere south, like near that kobold, and she hissed, so she definitely sees me. I wonder... I'm not slowed down by moving. She is a little faster than me, but not much. I wonder if I could turn this corner fast enough. We're going to try to do that. Yeah, baby. Okay, yeah. We'll just drag her ass, and then we'll rest. We'll take a step, and we're going to try to melee. If I start taking big boy damage, I'll lignify real fast. Okay, that's pretty bad. We got her. Okay. I got slowed, but that's fine. We got her in the next attack. Positioning is importante. I think I'll take dodging to 2. It's pretty inexpensive. There we go. And I got 1 EV out of that, so I'll take it. The cost was low-ish. As low as you're gonna get, you know, for a troll with bad skills. Well. I'm thinking fighting. Lower cost than unarmed combat. Give me a little more HP. But a lot of big boy levels there for defeating Natasha. That's cool. All right. Got him. 2-stack yet? Nope. More scrolls, though. I probably shouldn't be auto-exploring. I mean, Natasha is still on the level somewhere. You know, she comes back. There she is. But as long as we can... I'll just shout, and I feel pretty confident about duking it out with her. I probably shouldn't, though. For safety's sake, we gotta become a tree. Got a little too confident. That's really bad that I wasted that. I don't know why, well, let's just do a little after-action report here. She high-rolled me on the magic dart, and she clawed me before, so, I mean, it may seem like we're this unstoppable troll, but the reality is that it really only takes a couple of low rolls for bad things to happen. It looks like we, well, low rolls on my end, high rolls on hers. Like, you scratched Natasha, that should have done more damage. It just didn't. I just low rolled my melee on her. She high rolled her magic dart. She rolled pretty well on her claw. And then we had that low hit point warning, you know. And that's when things get pretty spooky. And even after we turned into a tree, we were low rolling. Like, we hit her with the tree and she didn't go down. Didn't take much damage, no exclamation points, no nothing. We missed. Looks like she did a cantrip, which is like a no op kind of no action spell, so that's good. And then we hit her. We actually did damage to her 2, 3, I think 4 times without. And that's how long. Actually, it took like 5 or 6 times to take her down. Tree form is really strong as a thing. You get big boy AC. You're immune to negative energy. You know, including torment. You get a bunch of extra HP. I mean, it's strong. I feel bad about wasting that potion. Frankly, we have a lot of resources. Just none of them are stacked, so it's not really in my interest to read ID or quaff ID them. So let's. We're now like, boy, we're now hurting on resources. But that's okay. We got a bunch of experience off of her, so I would say it was pretty well worth it. Let's throw stones at him. I'll do this with no skill, no problem. We're on D3 now, so it's Orc Priest City. Oh my god, look at these 1-stacks. I have never had 3 floors in a row where everything is a 1-stack like this. That is some interesting RNG. You hear a shout. You shout for attention, you hear an angry hiss. Alright, here we go. Orc. Just a baby orc. Got him. I will, in fact, pick up the trident in case we need a evocable range attack. There are situations where that can happen. That hiss concerns me. That could be an adder, which, without lignify, I'm a little bit concerned. I shouted, and I heard the hiss, and then it never came. Do a little auto-explore. Whoa! That's a good find. That is 4 AC. I cannot complain about that. And oh boy, hello, Mr. Adder. Stealth actually worked, even though I don't have any. -5 aptitude. I don't think we're going to be giving that a shot today. Oh no. Up we go. I just don't want to fight the adder yet. Give me like one more level and I'll feel comfortable about it. And oh boy, there's Natasha. I forgot she was still up here. Water moccasin would be insane, but I don't know if they ever changed this, but there's definitely a there is definitely a vault, or at least there used to be, where there was like this little poison shop, and it would just spawn 2 water moccasins, and I want to say I had that on D2 at one point, so that was pretty wild. Oh man, so where was Natasha? I almost want to like bring up the video. Hey Jamie, pull up the video. I almost want to pull up the video and see. I think she's around this corner somewhere. I think I want to preemptively quaff, but it could be like curing or something, so... Oh, man. No, we're just gonna duke it out. Yo! Okay. Being slowed instantly, very cool. We'll close that. We could lose here, although the AC is going to help us a lot. Why don't we read? Oh man, it's blink. Okay, I hate losing this blink. Yeah, does B-Crawl not have so much OOD? We're just going to melee, and we got her. I think, yeah, she's dead for good now. She only has 3 lives. Just walk faster, baby. Yes. Alright. Hey, Cataclysmical, what's up, man? What do we want to train? Tempted to get some more dodging, but I think I really just want more HP. We really just have to commit to being a glass cannon, though, frankly. I feel like we leapfrog between fighting and unarmed combat for the time being. Could get a little bit of throwing. Why don't we get a little bit of throwing? Get like 1 and see what the cost becomes. Whoops, I didn't mean to rest again there. Okay, there was an adder on that staircase, so we're going to go to the other staircase. I am very sad that we wasted a blink scroll, but that's okay. Alright, we killed an orc. I'm a little concerned about going down near an orc wizard. Formicid of Kazlal. Oh, that's that's a meme, man. That's one of the harder combos, if you ask me. Formicid's hard enough by itself. Cucking yourself out of telly is difficult. No, it's tons of fun. I commend you. Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Damn, the wizard and the adder. Well, I assume that's the same adder, so let's go here and see what happens. Okay, we're gonna shout. You hear a hiss, you hear an angry shout. I don't trust it. That sucks. The other adder could show up and he could get a double move on me, you know. Maybe I'll... Oh, okay, here we go. A little bit of experience here. Let's just take a step down. You hear the sound of rushing water. Do I want to fool around with sewers? I wonder. Yeah, no, that's not a thing you want to do on a streak. I barely want to play a Formicid on a streak. There are certain floors on Formicid, you know, bottom floors, Vault 5, things like that. It's just miserable. Yeah, take it down Parky would be cool if I could get Purgy. Get the troll armor, that'd be pretty sick. We don't have any resources, though, to make that happen, so... I'm gonna shout. You hear a shout. You hear a shout. Oh, okay. Guess that was the guy shouting at me. I don't want to read a scroll. I'd like to, you know, frankly, I would like to hunt. Shit. 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 Goodbye. Okay, I was gonna say I wanted to hunt around for magic mapping, but floor skip time, absolutely. I may have to just duke it out with these damn adders. We almost definitely have a curing in the inventory somewhere. Go to the sewer? I don't even know where the sewer is. Problem is, we got an orc wizard and 2 adders on this floor. What am I doing? I should be throwing at this dude. Got another level. That's really good. Go down the escape hatch. Yeah, let me just hatch into the damn grinder floor. What an idea. Alright, what's our throwing at? 0.8? I feel like that's enough to make a poison dart work. 32% chance to hit, though. Grinder is very tough for T4. You know what? I think the safe thing to do here is actually to fight. Oh good, he's poisoned. Even sicker, he's boned. We'll go for actual damage now. There we go. Throwing skills 1, costs 2.4. We're gonna get throwing up to 2 at least. You're my intrusive thoughts. The hatch actually did come to mind, No, I want to go into the sewer, because there are some easy ones. And there is Purgy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, I think you got the wrong door. Is there a way... the big kobold one can be kind of a mess, depending on the character. Is there a way for me to safely take down Mr. Orc Wizard? Hey, buddy, I think you got the wrong door. The Wizard Club's 2 blocks down. If I wanted to O-tab him, I'd rather do it in a hallway. Okay, goodbye. OP. Still no 2 stacks. I'm amazed at the, I guess the... I wanted to make a joke here. I was going to say something about the diversity of scrolls. Could this be a 2 stack? No, it's not. Did they like secretly change the game to force you to get 1 of every scroll? or am I just experiencing the weirdest RNG of all time? You hear the slow rusting of a drain nearby. I don't really want to fiddle around on D4 with Grinder here, but... Okay, it said nearby. There it is. Okay, yeah, we can melee adders, very good. Well, bad luck could always happen, but there's definitely a sewer that has frogs in it. That can be really tough for certain characters. Okay, we're gonna sit on the exit in case something bad happens. Throw the boomerang. Alright, our regen is helping us a bit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie. We can't afford to... Yeah, that's right. Joe Biden put tariffs on my consumables. And so I have to, Oh, we haven't gotten into politics yet. There's a lot of political things that have happened over the last couple weeks. Oh, man. Maybe I'll meme myself into a rant. Piss everybody off on all sides. But mostly the left. Okay, it's this one. This is This is like a sewer maze, basically. It's big, if I remember correctly. Gone to the factory yet? My friend, that run is over. I'm sorry, but with the changes coming to Factorio, if I play Factorio again, it's gonna be it's gonna be with the with the mod, not the mod, the with the update. But it is good to see you, prepaid. But this time, if I do play Factorio again, this time I'm not going to take a long break. I will actually play through until it's over. I probably will at least do a run, a non-SE run, of the space content that's coming. It's coming really soon, isn't it? Like October? Alright, no 2-stacks still of anything. But there is a kobold brigand, aka a big kobold, which I will forever think of them as big kobolds because what a fun name comparatively. But anyway, he has curare, which makes me really concerned. I don't even know if I can safely take it. See what you're building up to now. I remember you had some really cool, like fully industrialized moons and stuff that I thought looked really good. So tickles the old pattern matching brain. God, do I want to fight? Because like the thing is, I want to take down the big kobold because if I could get that curare, that'd be big boost, big boost. But. I mean, we could lure him there. It's a dice roll, is the thing. It's definitely a dice roll. There's no guarantee that I'll be able to melee him down. Kobold, brigand, base damage of 7 plus weapon, HP of 27. Bigger EV than you would expect. Has about 24% chance to evade your claws. 64% chance to hit me. A penchant for underhanded tactics, like curare. We do have all these consumables. We have all these scrolls, one of which is definitely not blink because we identified that. But we still have like fear, tally. I feel like as a troll we can do this. Like I feel like the odds are just really powerfully in my favor, but like because, well, I was gonna say I was gonna blame attacks of opportunity for this, but I really can't. Since it has curare, but if it didn't have curare, this would be, we were playing an older version, it would actually be a really easy decision to make because you could just walk away, right, if you had a problem. But with the advent of AOOs, every single fight is like a life or death sort of decision until you get some means of resetting fights like a summon spell. So, I don't know. We're definitely not walking away from this if it goes poorly. We're just like throwing consumables at the problem until it goes away. One of these has got to be curing. If he curares me, he slows me as well. That's something else to keep in mind. So, as I'm curing the poison, he's just throwing crap right back on me. So really it's just a damage race, That's kind of the bottom line. Yeah, no, this new system is awful and nobody likes it, and it's just like a middle finger to the player base. I really wouldn't be playing mainline if I wasn't being bribed to do so. The nice gentleman who paid me is actually suggesting that he's like, well, let me give you hard combos to do so we end your streak and then you can play something that's not mainline. And I was like, okay, all right, we could try that. And he was convinced that, trolls are actually a lot harder now because of AOOs, and this is kind of an exploratory game to see if that's the case. Certainly, I'm sure their mid-game is really awkward. But it kind of always was, if you didn't find a big dragon armor. Particularly since I'm being forced into Oka, Neo Oka, it's going to be a little funny, but we'll see. Anyway, I think I have to leave. I don't think I can 100% safely or even like 90% safely take this this kobold brigand on, like, probably we could pop up maybe like here, and most likely we would win. I give us like 75% chance, I guess. But is that good enough? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. What's his size? Is he considered to be medium? Size small for a kobold. Size medium. There it is, size medium. So he is affected by the shallow water. Only in melee though. And I'm not. So that is meaningful. I don't remember what the exact percentage is, but that matters a lot. I think we're gonna do it. Because we have a grinder floor outside. Okay, buddy. Buddy, I think you got the wrong door. This is interesting, actually. Kobold Brigand shouts, you hear a shout. No, this is actually really cool. If he remains trapped back there, I can safely engage him, even if he curares me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. The AI is real stupid, though, and will never come get me because of this. Because of the layout here. Alright, buddy, let's rock and roll. Okay, we hit him with the dart. It didn't actually damage him. That's okay. Okay, we got hit with the curare. We're going to walk backwards. We're going to see how much damage that actually does to me. Takes me from 53 to 36, which is pretty goddamn hardcore, I must admit. Hear a shout X2. Well, if that's the case, let's... Yo! Quivering curare. I don't like it. Oh, shit. Oh, we're doomed. We have to fight in the worst way possible. He's gonna walk towards me a lot, though, so... Oh, based. Absolutely based. We have one curare. If we ever get curaried, we're just going to walk backwards. Would have felt so much safer with Lig. I know, right? Don't remind me. I am aware of my my sins. We definitely, if we had actually paid more attention, I got a little too you know, big for my britches with that Natasha fight. I just thought, oh, we took her down the one time, no problem. Cockiness is a slow and insidious killer. Yeah, Curari's no joke, but we're pretty safe right now. Another character wouldn't have enough HP to be able to play this game, but... Dude, if there's one change that I could, like, really just poop on the most other than attacks of opportunities, it could be... It would probably have to be this infinite ammo garbage. It is so crazy that I can't run this dude out of Curare like I could before. I mean, isn't this dumb? It's just stupid. It's just a poorly thought out change, and I mean, maybe to their mind, being able to run them out of Curare is like a bad thing. I don't know. I call that tactics. It's just dumb. Like, it's just badly thought out, you know. And the messed up thing is, this is just straight up the optimal play, what I'm doing here. It does screw them over if you get reflect, I guess, and to a degree. Does it even let you pick up the darts he throws at you? Well, no, because then you would be able to farm darts. So that part's a little bit rude as well, although I guess I do understand that part. Yeah, we only got the one Curare from the other guy. We get infinite launcher ammo, so I don't mind it on enemies. Yeah, that's less rude. But this crap with the Curare is just clearly it's clearly not so thought out, you know. I mean, look at the result. Like, look at what it's motivating me to do here. Talk about like why they put in attacks of opportunity. Oh, don't pillar dance. What do you call what I'm doing right now, if not a sort of bastardized version of pillar dancing? Granted, this is like kind of a funny... Yo, what the fuck? Oh, he got 2 shots on me. Okay. he's got aimbot. He's using CS 1.6 aimbot. Sorry that this is the stream, guys. Alright, we got him. We just had to wait for the high roll, you know? Again, this is a pretty awkward, unlikely situation because of the deep water and the basic setup of this, but nevertheless, I protest. Miss Golightly, I protest. Yeah, no, I was a little concerned about my boomerang supply as well. No, best friend, it is not. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta... that's the play. Sometimes you gotta roll the hard 6, alright? It is what it is. It makes me want to train a little more throwing, frankly, but I think we gotta go for the fighting, get that HP up, baby. Alright, I'm still a bit concerned. I think if we run into another big kobold... We need the consumables. That's kind of the bottom line, I guess. Well, the thing is, we got one more Curare, so we have 2 Curare. If we run into another big kobold, I'll use that Curare on him. We're gonna auto-explore, Potion of Enlightenment, Potion of Heal Wounds, Potion... Oh, hey, this is all pre-identified for me. That's pretty sick. Our consumable situation just got a lot better. This is the one that makes you fly and also increases your magic resist, which I believe they stole from B-Crawl. If I wanted to be really cute, I would just immediately worship Zen right now. Well, we're going for Oka, right? So, I wonder... Zen doesn't punish you for abandoning him if you go for a non-evil god afterwards. So... Nobody said I couldn't worship Zen first, according to the deal. I don't know if it would really do much for me, though. He doesn't... Let's see. Do you get anything... I mean, technically, unless they've changed something, there is a very tiny chance that any good god will just straight up stop you from dying if you die. They'll say, oh, nope, divine intervention, you're not dead. Extremely low chance. At least that's how it used to be. I don't know if that's the case anymore. Super weak recites for a bit. Yeah, that's true, Cataclysmical. I suppose that's true. Alright. What's it? How dare you approach in such a low... Yeah, just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry, Zen. Yeah, right. I am a shapeshifter, and he still hates that. How dare you approach in such a loathsome form? Man, that's what happened last time I tried to pick up a woman. No, I'm just kidding. I'm married, and I have been for a while, so... Anyway, that is cute, though. I will say this, I like that, I like that line, and I wonder how old that is, that he yells at you when you're in form. I think that's really cool. I suspect that's been in the game for a long time, though. That's what Token said to me. Token was actually very sweet to me, I'll have you know. throughout our relationship. Yeah, what the hell is his altar doing in the sewer if he's a god that's like all about order and cleanliness? I guess he built the sewer to keep everything clean. Yeah, good point, Gridgem. I'm surprised they even let Zen be in the game. Okay, Scorpion. Are you vulnerable to poison like I remember? Speed 120%. Well, that is cute. R poise X, that means vulnerability. Alright. Whoops, I just fat fingered my keyboard. Got him. Wait, what am I doing? What the hell am I doing auto-exploring? This is the grinder floor. We can't be doing that. It's almost a floor skip, but I'm thinking... instead... The Curare Shuffle melted my brain. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, there's still Orc Wizard here. Where is it? Oh. 49% chance. I mean, I guess we could suck down the Enlightenment and see what happens there. Hey, it's my boy. It's my boy Terrence. What you got there? 13 damage weapon. We got 3 heal wounds. I feel very good about just duking it out with you. Let's melee, buddy. Based. Okay, I feel really good about duking it out with adders now. I feel really good about duking it out. Not with Sigmund. Okay. Alright. That concerns me. That's actually really bad. I will say this. Them ripping off B-Crawl, really smart move. Giving magic resistance to a consumable was something I've been arguing for I don't know how long. Really long time. Clearly we suck that down first. 17% chance. I think we just duke it out with him. We have the heal wounds. Let's go. There we go. Pretty sick. On a character that was not a big boy troll, I probably would have just like... I think that would have been a consumable spamming kind of situation. Enlightenment first, and then probably like scrolls for Telly, Fear, Fog even. Then walking away. But because we're a troll, the calculus is just completely on its head. And it's time to just melee dudes to death. AO is possible at 2 tiles versus enemies with polearm, so you kind of had to go in after Enlightenment. Well, kind of. Spamming scrolls would have still been an option, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you're 100% right. The polearm AOO is like the biggest, it's the greatest insult. You know, AOOs are bad enough, but... Oh, man. Hey, Kazlal. That would be a nice for a meme. No, I've committed to Oka though. Grinder is somewhat more possible. I didn't mean to O-tab that wizard, but let's just say it was on purpose. Poison, 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 all missing. Cool. Don't take that staircase, we know that Grinder is nearby. Anything on this floor that I want? Nope. Any Oka for me? Nope. By the way, Oka is going to, he's going to bar us from the path of summons entirely, so we're going to need to come up with a better way of dealing with attacks of opportunity. We just found a wand of Quicksilver. I'm going to get 2 points of Evo, by the way. Anyway, with these potions of enlightenment, the calculus is also a bit different for Grinder these days. Like, maybe I could take him earlier than I otherwise would. But Para is just... I don't know, man. It's just a little too spooky for me. Hear the hiss of flowing sand. Well, we're getting some good luck on portal vaults, I'll say that. Scroll of Identify. Alright, now the Jeopardy music will play in my head. What do we want to ID? I was hoping for magic mapping, but you know what? That's fine. We already identified scrolls of blinking. We already identified heal wounds by virtue of finding one in the kind of hard set loot table Zen vault. You know, got enlightenment as well. So out of all the things that we want to find for scrolls, there's going to be fear. That's 1. I guess acquirement. That's 2. Fog. I'm not going to count fog. Let's see. Fear requirement. Telly. That's 3. Anything else I particularly care about? I mean, silence, but not really. Let's say 3. Potions. Already got healing. Can't count that. Curing is 1. Do I want to count cancel? Maybe. Let's say curing. Let's say haste for 2. And then maybe invis. So it's kind of like a crapshoot either way. I am going to get the 2 stack is what I'm going to do, and it's curing. Good. And then we're going to read a scroll and just read identify and do scrolls. So the me and team, I actually, and actually you're a good player, so I'm curious. I'd be curious as to your thoughts. I do that on purpose. I read ID when I don't know telly, and if I get telly, you'll notice I'm doing it on a staircase. You will always have the time, because it takes minimum 3 turns, right, to for the telly to kick in, and it takes less than that to go up the stairs. So we always do it on a staircase, and I actually like to read it on an unidentified floor or an unexplored floor, because there's a chance it could be magic mapping. And so it's like if you get the telly, then you feel slightly bad about it, but it's not that bad, you know. All right, this gentleman has that thing that does tremendous amounts of damage, but if you move, it goes away. What's the range on that? You know what? That's a good point, the me and team. I probably shouldn't have been reading. So we're gonna bust out the big boy. We're gonna bust out the big boy weapons on this guy with the Cure RA. Will we get our Cure RA back? Yeah, we will. Oh, hey, it's the Economical Temple. Just kidding, I know it's not called that. I mean, it should be called that because I usually go for Gozag in it, but... Okay, good, he's slowed down. You know what? I should be being more careful. They could have nets. What the hell am I doing? I really wanted to kill this sergeant, though. Well, sergeant, there must be a hospital nearby. Okay, evocations is 2. The cost is skyrocketed because of my low aptitude. Highlighted in purple if nets. Ah. Good. Okay, the Spear of Venom is a very interesting find. Just extremely powerful weapon for the early game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that my Troll Claws are better, but we're going to keep it just in case I want to do some kind of shenanigans. Okay, good change. The Economical Temple is fully explored when you get there. Okay, we worship Oka now. Wait a minute, have they made it so I can't use bucklers anymore? Or is that just a beast form thing? Once upon a time, trolls could wear bucklers, could they not? 2.4 skill maximum to... You could never use a buckler as a troll. Am I having a stroke right now? I thought that you could do it and it was only like 2.4 skill required to do it. To get the penalty removed, like it was a really good find. What am I thinking of, if that's not the case? You may be right about that. Also, what's up, Hot Soup and Toast? Very, very, very good name. And we'll go back into beast mode. Hey, we still got all of our curare. Very good. Did we happen to get a notification? You hear the slow hiss of an avalanche of sand very nearby. That's quite an indicator. Yeah, there it is. This guy must have been part of the old null pack. Got separated from his boys. Okawaru accepts your kill. Well, we're getting that Oka. What's the god button? It's the uppercase caret shift 6. Requires that you fight alone. Prevents you from gaining allies. Boo! Great but temporary skills. Heroism still. Speed up your combat. Finesse still. Enter single combat with a foe. That's that new duel thing. Will gift you throwing weapons as you gain piety. Okay. Grant a choice of weapons and of armor. I don't want a weapon. Alright, that's fine. Welcome to the ossuary. It's the one with lots of scorpions. And I think mummies, but they all have mummies. Yeah, it's a horrendous nerf, because now I'm subject to RNG just once instead of throughout the entire game. So, like, the cool thing about Oka was, it was a really charming 15 rune run actually under Oka. People always were like, "Oh, you can't do 15 rune runs with Oka." Actually, it's awesome because throughout your entire time in this long ass game, randomly you just might get some sick artifact that completely blows your current best in slot out of the water. Yeah, it was great. I think this is another example of like soul versus soullessness, you know. They made zombies look incredibly spooky because they remind me of ghouls now. And for a second I thought that was a ghoul in an ossuary and I was about to poop myself. Like that's a crypt tier enemy. It's like, you gotta be shitting me. Yeah, no, in terms of, it's always weird having these conversations because you're absolutely right. Heroism's really strong. Finesse is really strong. You can't really complain about the overall power of Oka. That's not really my complaint here, because it's like, whatever, he's strong, fine. If we were trying to balance all the gods, it would be a very different game anyway. But I'm just thinking in terms of like mechanical, how interesting things are mechanically and how much fun you're having on that particular combo. And Ghoul here would force you to just walk back out. Well, yeah, it would. I think it'd be pretty fair in terms of like, I think it's okay to present a really nasty challenge in a portal vault because you can always just walk right out. I don't think it's okay to present a challenge that you can't really run away from. And a ghoul is, they're still speed 10, right? Yeah, they're huge, but my god, 147 HP, but they're speed 10, so you can just walk away as long as they haven't gotten next to you. So I think that'd be fine. I think it's kind of cool actually to, you know, here's an unpopular opinion. Do you guys, I don't know if it still exists, but do you know about the Bailey, the Bailey that spawns in a ton of deep elf mages? And like 9 times out of 10, you run into that Bailey, you see the mages, and you're like, fuck this, I'm out. But like every so often you'll be on a roll and you'll see that, and it's just like it's the straw that broke the camel's back, where it's like suddenly you're just steamrolling even harder because you get all this really good loot. Or maybe you're like playing a character that's like really well equipped for that particular kind of challenge, you know. Yeah, I think I had a character that could safely do it like once. All right. Speed slow so I can walk away from it safely. He hits for 20 though, so let's not fool around too much. It's just a Bailey portal vault that randomly might have a bunch of deep elf mages in it instead of orcs. I just pressed the wrong key. All right. We have curing, we have heal wounds, we have, you know what, we're going to read scrolls, because I want Telly really badly now. I got fog, that helps. We got, oh, we actually did have an acquirement. Elect guys and fire guys. Oh yeah, I don't know, the crossbow is pretty spicy. The crossbow was one of the vaults I came upon when I was still learning the game. And I remember that was, does that one even still exist? Like the really big crossbow room where you're running around and there's like the little bunkers everywhere. and they're just like owning you from, I think there might even be water in front of them. And they're just trolling you as you wander through this big ass level. That was a fun one. I like that one a lot. I mean, it's frustrating, but in a good way. Let's go ahead and use acquirement. The Orc Bow of Vimok. Manual of Axes. Staff of Alchemy. Truly, well and truly cucked today with this acquirement. Maybe I should have trained some armor first to push the algorithm to give me some goddamn armor. That was a mistake on my part, actually. Because I want to say, unless they've changed something, if you have a certain skill, it is more likely to give you that thing. Well, I don't know, I could take the alchemy and get me some more poise. Is this like a staff of poison? Yeah, it protects you from poison. There are reasons why I'd want to have an Arpoise weapon, even if I'm not swinging with it. Certain enemies I run into, I want to walk away, I want to have Arpoise while I'm doing it. Pretty unlikely though, frankly. I could like wear it while approaching things in Snake. Certainly we're not taking axes. That is true. That is absolutely true. I was just thinking like caster Nagas in Snake Pit. The Orc Bow also has Arpoise, I guess. That's kind of cute. Heavy Orc Bow. We could actually kind of make use of that. Probably taking the money. Let's just leave it. You know, nowadays you don't even have to use your sweet Art of Cool Axes in that book. Probably, that's true. Good point. I just realized why I haven't had a political rant yet, by the way. It's because Vainglory's not here. AKA Quad Nines. He's not here to bait it into happening. He's protesting because I haven't played Spelunky 2 enough, I bet. I could O-tab all this crap. I don't know why I'm being so careful. I do not have to worry. Okay, we did not get a second acquirement. I was crossing my fingers and hoping. However, what we did get was Lignify, baby. Yeah, they do seem to be having a hard time. Oh, yeah, no, it's just like, it's just funny because like the right wing has spent the last several years getting called conspiracy theorists, and then it's kind of funny to see the shoe on the other foot now, with the people who think that the thing that happened to Trump was, they seem to genuinely believe it too, that it's like a fake event, which is just kind of goofy if you ask me. I don't know, my favorite thing about the last few days has been watching Tiny just lose his fucking mind. I think he was up for, there was a 52-hour stretch where he was spamming Twitter with replies, and throughout that 52 hours there was only a period of 2 hours where he didn't reply to somebody, which I really don't even know how that's possible without being on something, but call me crazy. Let's get all these identifies. You know what? I just found a good use for money, so we're going to use the acquirement. We're going to take the money. We're going to buy the enchant weapon, mostly just to identify it. I'm going to buy the silence because it's useful and we want to identify it. And we're going to go ahead and get the fog as well. Why the hell not? Well, I don't know. It's just... This is what happens with the... This is the final form of the enlightened centrist, I think. The stuff he's been saying is just outrageous, you know? And I'm of the mind that the dude just doesn't believe in shit, basically. Like, I don't think he has real core beliefs of his own. I think that, you know, he chases e-girls, basically. Like, that's the... that's his core belief, if you want to call it that. But I don't think there's anything political going on there. I think it's just to get eyes on him, to get more attention, to get more money. And this is exactly why I can never be like an actual famous streamer or whatever, because I don't have the stomach to do that type of fake bullshit, you know? It's just not worth it to me. You could offer me infinite money and it wouldn't be something that I would... Whoa! Oh, I fucked up bad, baby. I did not mean to friend... What? Okay, that's fine. That could have been bad, so I had to drink the Berserk, which sucks, but... I thought... And this is exactly why that change is so fucking stupid. These darts used to be named, like, Dart of Rage, Dart of Blinding, Dart of Confusion, and instead they changed the name, and now, I thought that was a Dart of Blinding or something, like not, I didn't realize it was Frenzy. It may seem odd to you guys that I sat there and used a Berserk to kill it, but like, a Berserking iguana is pretty hardcore, actually. Yeah, I know, like, it's a video game, not everything has to be... I don't know, man. Deter these nuts! Okay, so I probably should have enchanted my armor. This is an awkward situation because we do have Mr. Acid Dragon here. Let's take a step. Let's see, we have 4 heal wounds. I feel okay about meleeing this stuff. Do we have... We have heroism. 10% failure. Oh boy, I just realized we are going to want to get some invocations. Why don't we take that straight up to 5? Yeah, I know. That's why we're going to go ahead and use the heroism. How much can you do? Yeah, 14 times 3. It's a big boy, but we have that heal wounds, man. We're good. Heroism does the job. Surprised Okawaru didn't give us an extra pile of experience for that, but whatever. I'm going to get Dex again. Next time we'll probably get Intelligence just to guard against, whatchamacallit, the, you know, at stat 0. I'm actually really butthurt, by the way. I did not get the
I did not get it.
The armor. Dex is good for just, you know, Dex is good for just accuracy in general. And missing is my big problem right now, not doing damage. I am a troll, I do tons of damage. I'm not just a troll, I'm a troll in beast mode, baby. Hello! Water moccasin, the rare snake that is actually resistant to poison. Throwing is still strength, but of early accuracy. Well, yeah, the EV is kind of the big thing as well, because that will come in handy later as I train dodging. Consistent damage, yes. Consistency is king in this game. Haha, more boots. Uh-oh, I shouldn't have shouted there. There's probably all kinds of crap in this vault. Hello! Hello, Centaur. I will take a look at that later, prepaid. Yeah, exactly, the main team. So much of DCSS is just about, like, living to the mid-game, you know? Like, once you've lived to the mid-game, you're in a much better position. Okay. You know what? Boom! O-tab. There's your first real serious O-tab of the game. Oh man, is there no way in there? There's a way in from below. Okay, we'll have to remember to do that. Grinder, 50% para. I really need more magic resist before I even think about playing games with Grinder. On the other hand, we do have... Grinder with an E. We do have resist negative. So he will not do a lot of damage to us with pain. And his attack won't do as much damage to us because that has a pain brand as well. So even being paralyzed would not be a huge deal. Freudian slips. It's because somebody spelled it that way earlier. I refuse to... No, no, you can't do this to me. You weren't supposed to notice that. Quick delete the VOD. Oh, Ice Blast, that's good. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a troll. Somebody clipped that. No, 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 no. I'm like, I'm like the Punisher. I'm gonna take a step. Okay, and we're gonna throw crap at him. We're gonna actually throw Cure. Oh, we don't have Cure because it's all in the thing. Oh boy. Well, the poison is really helpful here. And we have Lignify. Let's see. Damage on a base troll. Whew. Brutal. Oh yeah, acid jellies. Jellies are hardcore. Yeah, no, they're very strong. I was fully aware I might need to run. Or use heal wounds, rather. Throw that Eternal, what could go wrong? Yes, I think I learned my lesson on that. I think we're just gonna, I wanted to poison him as a thing so he would walk into the cloud. But this is fine, I guess. I'll melee. If I had started taking damage, we would have gone tree mode. Alright, invocations is now 5. That's, if I remember correctly, that's essentially all you gotta get. Yeah, I probably should have heroismed. I guess I felt like I didn't need it. I kind of want to save up my piety if I can, because I really want to get finesse online for obvious reasons. Let's get a little more dodging. But yeah, that would have been an option. I just felt like we had taken his HP down so low that... Right, this is a very late Eustatio. Like, he only summons, right? Yeah, I guess he can nuke my intelligence if he gets the right demon, but realistically he just goes down like a sack of potatoes. Okay, that's the wrong staircase. Oh! Hi, buddy. This time we will use heroism. I'm gonna save myself the scroll. Do we have a way out if bad things happen? Yeah, we do. Lignify. There we go. Hey, that's some armor, baby! We're taking armor to 5. We're wearing the troll leather armor. What do you guys think? Should we enchant? Should we enchant up? Or should we save it? I'm thinking we take the safe route and we do in fact enchant up. Why am I carrying the hat? God, that's a good question. I think I didn't mention what I was doing earlier. Hold on. Begin on transformation. Beast mode is keeping me from wearing a hat. So I guess I was planning on untransforming and seeing if that was what was stopping me, or if they had taken hat slot away from Troll. We're taking the beast mode off. No, you're right. I definitely, it's time. Like, we're not getting a lot out of it. Basically, we're getting like +1 slay. Essentially, we're just not a shapeshifter anymore, and maybe we will be at some point, you know. But that's if we happen to find the proper talismans. I would rather have the 2 AC, you know. Why aren't I using flux form? More like fucks form, am I right? Like, I just don't know if it's any good, basically. It doesn't seem to... It seems like it's probably good if you weren't a troll, you know? Like, if you weren't a troll, it'd be pretty sick. But, you know, like, if I sit there and I look at it, UC base dam 3, melee damage minus 33%. I mean, sure, getting the EV would be cool, I guess, but I don't need this fancy contamination BS. Like, yeah, on the 3rd hit, sure, but I'm one-shotting things on, like, the 1st or 2nd hit, typically. And the other thing is, if I wanted it not to nuke my HP, we would have to really invest some training. And granted, -1 is actually pretty good, especially as far as shapeshifting goes. Like, that's a good aptitude. But... Oh, are you messing with me? Ayo, man. This some old bullshit. This some old bullshit, man. It's been forever since I've seen Lair's Hauberk. I thought it was not even in the game anymore. Yeah, exactly, the Mian team. I'll definitely be throwing big boy rocks at the Hydras, or I might do like some clever Datura plays. Man, what a shame that I can't wear that. Lair's Hauberk would be incredibly sick right now. Oh, let's drop these scrolls of enchant weapon and not pick them up again. Okay. probably kill Grinder at this point. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is not good for later, but for right now, it's worth its weight in gold. We got 2 Rings of Pro. 2 protection rings. And we got a magic regen amulet that will do absolutely nothing for us. You sure are. Yeah, I'm tempted to deter it into this crowd right now, actually, because of the electricity whip. Alright guys, have a grand old time with him. You know what? I'll fight him, that's fine. Alright. Whip of Electrocution. I am not even going to bother picking that up. That'd be a really cool find on a character that's not a big beefy troll. Probably would have used it on D1 though. Maybe not. Maybe if it was a dagger. It's really just hard to beat troll claws, man. Really, really difficult. Hey, it's Prince Ribbit. What's up, my boy? That's a nice little new tile. Not sure how well it fits with DCSS, but I do like the tile in a vacuum. Big boy EV. Yeah, he's just a souped up blink frog, that's all. Which blink frogs are strong, but... Roll the dice, miss with the curare. He is a bit regal. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. He... What a lucky blink. Alright. We'll just try to melee him. I probably did not need the scroll of poison. Yeah, my defenses are high enough that 20 damage is not that bad. Well, yeah, that's the thing, is like getting ganged down by blink frogs sucks. Just the one is, I don't know, 20 damage is, it's a lot. Even by itself at this point in the game, although we're doing well enough with our defense that it's not that bad, basically. So I probably should have just meleeed him. Oh, that's hilarious. This is hilarious. Blade Talisman. Somebody help me out here, because I just don't understand the way that this crap is described. It feels poor to me. Like the Beast Talisman, it says offense, UC base damage 3. To my eyes, that should like hard set your base damage to 3, but that's not actually what happens when you're a troll. We saw that my base damage didn't get nerfed in beast form. So does this mean that the Blade Talisman actually lets me be a troll with claws plus blades? Is that a thing? Am I making that up? Is that a real... just shields, right? Blade Hands was actually really sick back in the day. I actually secretly really enjoyed Transmuters, old Transmuters, because you had Blade Hands as your 5th level spell. And the cool thing about it is that you're right that it's not like ideal, but the damage output of it was such that you could actually beat the game just with blade hands if you were really careful and knew what you were doing. I always thought it was lame when they removed that, and then now transmuters don't exist at all, but get halved torso armor. Well, joke's on you. I already have that mutation, so anyway, I don't know. I really liked blade hands as a spell because it's just like the ultimate glass cannon, you know, risk versus reward type deal. Man, I guess the AC thing actually stacks probably with my mutation, which is lame. That wasn't the case back in the day, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'd have to test it. Yeah, I am really curious. Hey, the Mian team, you. I think doesn't he stepped out? Usually he's the guy I ask these questions to, but just base, you can get rid of that with training too. Gloves and shields I have to price. Well, not for this character. We don't have any gloves. Shields definitely. But no, do you know how the base UC works? As a troll, am I adding that to, because it's like a funny situation on account of the fact that like in the case of troll claws, or in the case of blade hands, it's like replacing your troll claws, right? Whereas with the beast mode, it's not, mostly. So it definitely, I mean, I feel like the game should be more explicit about how that works, frankly. Oh yeah, I don't want to give up troll claws. You have no idea if there's other base you see is stacking with the claws. I'd be surprised if the devs gave you so much damage. Well, it definitely has always stacked with statue form, because you'll specifically see it say stone claws. I suppose this is something we could test. I don't get the purpose of this being in a teleport vault. I'm a little confused. Definitely buying the mutation to get that identified, and attraction to get that identified, and ambrosia, except we can't afford it. Actually, we want all this stuff, don't we? Brilliance to get it identified mostly. Get these curings. Come back for the rest. What an odd little teleporter vault. What do you guys think? Do we want to fight Grinder? I'm not so sure. Let's get over 100 HP, and then we'll fight us a Grinder. Ooh. You hear an angry buzzing noise. Come on, notice me. Or don't, that's fine. Buzzes angrily. No. You definitely don't want to fight all these bees at the same time. I really should have saved my poison scrolls, baby. We've done a really good job of luring these one at a time despite having no stealth. The game has been somewhat kind to me. Do I want to Datura? Probably not. I think I want a Curare. Good. Was that necessary? Probably not, but you know, I think that screwing around with bees is some Nicolas Cage situation type situation. Ice Blast would have been a good move. That is true. That is true. I guess I wanted to save the charge. But and the other thing is Ice Blast is super duper loud, and if there had been more bees behind all that, which I didn't think there were, but there could have been, I didn't want to lure them if I could avoid it. That is not a unique bow. That is one of those new orc bows. Dodging is 5. We can mute the stream when you cast it. Yes. Okay, we'll switch to the other staircase, fight those guys one at a time. Yaks aren't too strong at this point, but, you know, 18 damage, it stacks up. What do you got there? Trident of Pain. You know what? I can take you. It's fine. Had to watch out for that disto, though. Hey, 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 hey. That is a scroll of eye of blinking and a scroll of ID behind it. So you got blinking. We still don't have Telly. And there's Telly. Book. Boutique. Manual of Dodging. Hell yes. That's going to be a save my money immediately for that type situation. Maxwell's Memoranda. That's got V's electric charge in it. I suppose I'll put that on my list. Yeah, trolls are really strong in the early game. I still wouldn't want to melee a bunch of yaks at the same time, but I feel like we could easily tab through a pack of yaks in a hallway. Book of Callings is banned for us because we're Oka. Book of Chaos, Disjunction could be cool at some point. I don't think we're going to get to the point where we're casting that as a troll, but put it on the list just in case. Flames, no. Spectacle. Bunch of crap I don't care about. Alright. V's electric charge would be pretty damn cool to get online, I'm not going to lie. Ooh! Ooh! Steam Dragon scale, baby. This is a really, really good armor. Base armor rating of 5, which is okay. But encumbrance 0, which is amazing. Very good for casters. It actually has better AC than my troll leather armor, and certainly lower encumbrance. But I think we're going to stick with the troll leather armor, because with the enchant we're only 1 AC away, and we're getting the regen, which is meaningful. But you can honestly, I'm strongly of the opinion that you can go the whole damn game in Steam Dragon armor if you're just a little bit careful. It's not as bad as people think. I was going to train something funny. What was I going to do? I was going to get dodging after I get the manual. That's what I'm thinking of. UC to 10. We need to start coming up with a Hydra plan. Discord and extended while holding Orb of Guile. I mean, that is a meme strategy, which I would never want to use in a serious game where I care about win rate, but I also would never poop on anybody for using it because that's hilarious. Scarf of Shadows. Based, actually. Not the scarf I would have preferred, but I'll take it, I guess. Over 100 HP. I think we can. I think we can take Grinder now. Before I do that, why don't I take away this exclusion in the downstairs? Hello, Grinder. Put on the Ring of Positive Energy. I mean, God, we've even got Lignify, so if things really get bad here... Oh, okay. I'll drink Enlightenment then, I guess. Okay, got him. Do we have Silence? Yeah, we do. Curare Mist. You are hasted, which is scary. You can Stone Arrow me, which is also scary. Why don't we pop on the old Ring of Protection? We'll just try to melee, and if something bad happens, you better believe I am not afraid to, Oh, wait a minute, I can Frenzy you. You know what? No, we're going to Boomerang, because if I hit you, I'm going to do damage. Shard of Ice hits me, but does no good damage. Bruh. He's just meleeing my ass with that poison dagger. He's not screwing around, boys. Alright, we don't need the Ring of Strength, it's fine. That could have been bad. I could have gotten paralyzed there. I think I still would have been fine with 100 HP and the halfway decent AC that we've got, but I played that a little bit badly. I did not realize that Grinder had a friend. A pair of friends. Also, we got shafted, but joke's on you, I've already explored all this crap. Take a look at these books. Just petrify there, I guess. My whole strategy with Stone Troll is all messed up because, like, it used to be you could do some funny, cute little things with Earth magic, you know. But now that they've cucked us out of the hell is Dimensional Bullseye? Oh, that's interesting. It's actually kind of cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it's just like there were certain paths that you could take on certain characters where, like, oh, okay, let's mix and match Earth magic with, like, you know, we'll do petrify and we'll do that for our mid game and then eventually transition that into statue form. And with the advent of talismans, it's just kind of awkward now. I will say this, finding a couple of silver javelins is a welcome addition to the giant pile of crap that I'm going to be carrying around. Let's drop this sling. We can probably drop the Flux and Beast talisman. You know what? I'm gonna test this real fast. We're gonna press at. Your damage rating with unarmed combat is about 27. Transform. Your claws turn into razor sharp scythe blades. Okay, and then I press at again. My damage rating with unarmed combat is about 25, so it works exactly as before. It does not stack. And so if you want to stack your cool troll claws with anything, go get statue form, I guess. Anyway, we're not doing Blade Talisman today. Yeah, what I'm really hoping for is we get to enjoy the sweet power of an artifact, an artifact talisman. That might actually be worth it. As scared as I am of being statue form troll and not being able to transform out of it quickly, it will work for lich form as well. At least it used to. Hey, poison, very good. Hello! Probably should have just read poison off the ground, I guess. Certainly a situation up in her. It's stronger than it used to be. What does it do now that it didn't before? We won't necessarily go 3-4 runes. I mean, going 15 runes is always an option. I'm starting to almost feel like I have to, the way I keep raising the price on these runs. Let's take fighting to 8, keep leapfrogging it. Something like weakness plus slow on the majority of things it hits and an active ability that drains. Oh yeah, the health drain. Yeah, you get vampirism on your claws. It almost seems like tailor-made for a lich, a troll lich. On most things that have lich form, you really didn't want to be in melee, but because shapeshifting has been split off from casting, it's like it's a really weird situation where you don't even really want to be in form as a caster anymore because, you know, spellcasting went a long way as a skill to sort of help you point your character at two things at the same time. Like, skills are experiences in really short supply, you know? This is not good. I'm going to take like one swing, but if shit starts going badly, I'm lignifying. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to heroism first. Durr. This is why God made heroism. for these exact situations. God, these staircases, by the way, are just, they're just hardcore. Sometimes around this part of the game, you'll end up with a dungeon floor that feels more like a branch ending for like Lair or something, where every staircase is just like, it's like welcome to Frog Pond. Would be more fun if you had Kazlao on them. That's true. Kazlao is secretly one of my favorite gods in DCSS. Like it's not optimal. There's no reason to use him really if you're trying to just win, but at the same time, it's just so fun. It's got the, you know, the big finish option, which is always Kino. There's a storm around you all the goddamn time. It's just like a wild ride throughout the whole game. It's really fun. Hey, Quicksilver. I like Quicksilver a lot. Oh, I'm cooming! Boys, look what we found. The Scales of the Dragon King. I'm not so sure about this whole shapeshifting plan, my friends. Maybe if we find Lich form, but I feel like we just became a melee man. Like a melee non-shapeshifting man for some time. At least after we were able to afford this. Yeah, too bad, right? Does that scale up with your level? Or I seem to recall acquirements giving a lot more than that, but maybe I just rolled the dice and rolled poorly. I feel like that's probably what happened. Sticky Vacations of 3. Captain Xenu, thank you for the sub, man. Much appreciated. Carefully fighting on the staircase, because that is the optimal thing to do. Just random? Yeah, I think so too. I saw a wyvern in here a minute ago. Oh. That was a large, that was a tower shield. AKA large shield. The better and more descriptive name. Can you still search for it? Nope. That goes on immediately. Attacking at 1.1, which is not great. I don't like the fact that I'm slowed down. Let's take shields to 5 and see if that stops happening. If I get my unarmed combat up like 2 more points, that'll also stop happening, but I think we'll get there faster just getting some early shields, because you know how experience is. You know, skills cost less the earlier you are on them. Going to the staircase again. Fun fact, I have a unique fear of wyverns, because my first long streak, the one that was kind of a cheesy collection of deep dwarves, the second that I stopped playing deep dwarves, oh man, I died to a wyvern skeleton because I didn't realize that they retain their speed as undead. I learned that the hard way. I was playing a Gnoll wizard, which has no excuse losing ever, because gnolls are... Yeah, I actually popped heroism halfway through that fight. I definitely needed it against those 3 yaks, though. That was bad, being surrounded by those guys. I should have used it at the start of the fight rather than halfway through. 44 HP was a little bit dubious, you know, 18 plus 18 plus 18. Now, GDR is a thing that we have, so it couldn't actually kill me, but it definitely could have come close, which... I was only willing to be so wild and crazy about it because I have Blink Scrolls, but basically I should have played that better. Let's keep identifying things. I want fear. I don't think we identified fear yet. Revelation, okay. We're going to drop brand weapon. Okay, what a floor in terms of loot. I definitely know what I want to spend my money on. Manual of dodging, Scales of the Dragon King. I mean, we're definitely coming in hot here. Okay. We're officially in Hydra Town, and I don't really have a good answer to them right now, do I? We have two throwing skill. Heroism pushes that to 7 temporarily. We do have Ice Blast and Quicksilver. We have 3 tellies and a couple of blinking. There's some tricks we can pull, basically. Some of our consumables could let us do some shenanigans. We could do some tricks with the Tura. We could do some tricks with Immolation. There's a Scimitar of Flaming. Oh, hey, Rugo, what's up, man? Okay, so I see that. I am really dubious on the prospect of getting in melee with a Hydra for very long, or else I would probably use that. But because we're a troll with kind of crappy AC, I mean, it would be a little better now that we have the tower shield, but I don't know. I'm a little sus on that with troll defenses. I will melee most things right now in the like I just meleeed a Cane Toad and a Komodo Dragon. I'll melee that stuff, but a Hydra, I don't know. You hear an angry hiss. Let's pull this. Yeah, no, it's just a little bit of a spooky. It's an option. I mean, it's definitely worth considering because flaming weapons, that's what they're designed for. I just think it's not the first most optimal thing to do. Attacking at 1.2. This shield, man. It's like the skill training is not cutting down on the speed at all. And it should be, but it's not. Are reduced by your shield skill and strength. Mastering shields eliminates penalties. Yeah, that's really strange what's happening here. Okay. I almost want to read poison just to keep these yaks off my ass while I'm fighting this thing. It looks like it's probably time to heroism. Yeah, that definitely... Well, that attack speed's coming from my unarmed combat skill. Let's... I guess I'll keep training shields. This is like a quasi-kill hole. It's not great, but it works. Heroism again. Okawaru grants throwing weapons. Yeah, buddy. 2 javelins. Okay. Eat the AO to get to choke. Hard to say this before you just do it. Yeah. Yeah, no, the choke is always... 9 times out of 10, taking a hit or 2 to get to the choke is the right choice when there's multiple things around. It is a shame that AOOs now punish you for repositioning because, I mean, that's like basic tactics. I don't feel like the game needs to extract HP out of you for doing the absolutely correct thing. Speaking of the correct thing... Okay, the shield skill's finally kicking in. I'm glad that we're spamming shields up. In fact, let's just straight up take it to 15, which used to be what you needed to get tower shields to completely eliminated penalties as a large character. Nowadays, I think you actually have to get to 27 or something, but 15 will be good enough. God damn, that's a big attack. Was that maxed? 26 damage. Was that one hit? It can't be. Okay, Okawaru is gifting me large rocks. That's what we like to see, baby. I got hit twice. Yeah, that makes more sense with my GDR. Hey, I'll tab through this. Perfect. It's always nice when Lair actually throws you a proper hallway. Not a common feature of Lair. Alright, buddy boy. Damage 23. I think we can just melee him. His defenses are really good, though. And for what? What would I be fighting this dude for? Some rocks? He has 5 large rocks. It's kind of worth it, but 48% chance to evade claws with 3 pips of AC, 4 pips of EV. I'm thinking we just come back for it. Then again... then again, the large rocks would be a... By the way, we should take throwing to 5. There would be a Hydra killer. We've already got 5 large rocks, it's fine. Hey, we have spider. Oh my god, how terrifying. Well, hi, Dream Sheep. Oh, hi, other Dream Sheep. Very rare for one by itself to be able to put you to sleep, but as soon as there's multiples, uh-oh. But that's okay, because we're in a hallway, so if I get put to sleep, like I just did, I'm only going to get a gentle tap by the Dream Sheep that's next to me, rather than a rude awakening the way Elliptic got. Losing his streak back in the day. He did not understand that the Dream Sheep don't care about your magic resist. Bruh. Spider, yeah, Spider is actually terrifying now, primarily because of the... Isn't there like an AF para enemy now? That can para you, it doesn't even matter if you have our poise, I don't even think it reduces it, or maybe it does. Maybe it's like Hornets where it reduces the chance, but it's still... You still get owned. Lincoln has regen, please. I should have been throwing through the one frog at the other frog to maximize my chances of hitting something. Little small optimization. Okay, receive weapon. Offers you your choice of weapons. Not that I care. You know, we're going to take the broadaxe with the magic resist in case I need to... Well, hold on. No. Well, I don't know, actually. This is hard. Broadaxe would have actually been a pretty cool choice for any other character. Because it's just, that's like a endgame capable weapon. +7, freezing, magic resist. I think I need to take EOS, though. Because of the existence of, what's his face, Nicola. I don't think we have any resist potions right now, and Nicola can end basically any run if you can't immediately stop him from doing shenanigans. It's also, yeah, correct. It will turn off Senv, although I don't know how much I want to slap things around with a Morning Star. God, the extra magic resist though, it's hard to turn down. gonna go with my gut, which is going to be to take EOS. And hold and throw. Yeah, that's also true. That is true. I'll drop these other weapons. Oh. Alright. Alright. Identify. Oh, scroll of summoning. We also get cucked out of that due to being an Oko worshipper. What a shame. All right, let's see. What do we really want to do here? Revelation. What does that do again? That's our new magic mapping, and also reveals invisible monsters in a Ashanzari scrying type zone. Anyway, receive armor. Those are some good armors. Oh boy. Well, we can't take the hat. Minus Telly and Rampage. Are you kidding me? What a piece of shit. It's gotta be the gold dragon scales, which is weird because we have the... My god, what a good dragon scale. Strength -4 I can live with. Well, it's alright, actually. It's only a little bit better than a normal dragon scale. The Art Core is nice to have. It's just weird because we're already sitting on Dragon King. We've got to take it. I mean, of course we're going to take it. But the Dragon King, that gives me, you know, our MR, Magic Resist. I guess we fly all the time, that's kind of nice. Alright, we should be able to tab through not everything in here, but a lot. I probably don't want to do that too much because we could still, you know, a Hydra could still ruin my day. The correct configuration of Dream Sheep with friends could ruin my day. What you got there? Lightning Spire A. Well, we don't have our Elec, and there's only a Scroll of Fog in there, so... His defenses are not as good, but they're still ghost defenses. I'm not even going to bother with it. We'll come back and wreck that later. Hey, Net Trap. Hey, Darts of Dispersal. Hey, I can't make this Net Trap go away. Well, we meleeed down a deep troll. I am butthurt. I don't get free nets. Can no longer farm out a couple of nets from those. Not possible. Okay, we've officially entered the O-tab part of the game. That book was not something I care about. Okay. Do we want to swap? Do we want to swap? I think we want to swap. Hello, Gadriel. How are you doing? I keep getting paid to play mainline, so what can I do? You think I'm going to turn down a paycheck? Not going to happen, my friend. Silver Javelins on Urug. What do we got on Paralysis? 37%? Let's do the old Cure our and just melee. Just kidding. We missed. Tarantella, Windrake, or Moth of Wrath. I can't resist the urge to polymorph. It's so rare to see something that you actually want to use it on, so I thought I would spam my wand and... Alright, we parried him. There we go. See, I used up all my bad luck on the poly, and then you do always want to check though, like what it can poly into. Rock, javelin. No, actually, I should be using boomerangs and not wasting my javelins. Although with Oka, you know, this was one of those benefits of Oka I basically forgot about, because you know, I remembered how Trog had gotten sort of cucked out of his god gifts in terms of throwables. And so I hadn't even kind of put this into my thought process in terms of like what all is Oka going to be doing for me. But getting the throwables is actually pretty useful, particularly if we train it up. So I can't complain about that. All right, we got our first Hydra. We're gonna heroism. We're gonna throw those large rocks. We're actually gonna throw javelins. I actually think we can melee this dude. We don't want to swing on him, but like in terms of surviving melee, I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, got him with the rock. Just beamed him in the face with the large rock. There we go. Yeah, this works. I'm not worried about turning to stone. It's fine. I turned to stone. Can't tell me nothing. There we go. That's a spooky thing when they have friends, but when they're alone, it's not that big a deal. Can we melee this dude? Is he really gonna give me trouble? I'm like just barely in the zone where that's mildly annoying if the dice rolls go poorly. If we keep upgrading our melee, we should be just fine. I heard they unscrewed Dithmenos a little bit. Completely changed his flavor from being a stealth god to being something else, which frankly is probably a good move. You know, because stealth is just yeah, I guess it must be in Trunk, but stealth is just like not something you can really build a character around in DCSS and be happy about it. You can have it be this thing that kind of sort of works for you. He still sucks. I don't know, I've always thought that the best version of stabbing is to just be a melee guy who happens to use something like Petrify, you know, and then you slowly transition into being a stat form guy. But now that talismans are a thing, that feels awkward. I'm not sure what you would even do with it. You're now faced with this very strange sort of mid-game, end-game situation. Late game, I guess I should say. Man, this armor is really letting me make some horrible mistakes. No, stabbing is fun, but it's just another one of those things like Kazlal where you probably don't want to build a character around it. If you're straight up trying to win, you know. Okay, this is annoying. Don't petrify me right now, please. Good. Alright. Alright, gentlemen. You fall asleep. Well, I'm glad they didn't have a Hydra behind them. You fall asleep. I feel like sleep should be like paralysis, where you're immune for a good long while after you succumb to it one time. This is totally fine if it's just the dream sheet, but like this is really dangerous business if it's something else, if they have a friend with them. You take double damage as you're being woken up, so it's like, you know, you look at how much damage a Komodo dragon does, for instance, one big hit, and it starts to get pretty spooky. Like, this is pretty spooky, actually. It's just a wolf. I'm okay. What's heroism? Let's take out the wolf first. I really should stop sleeping on the heroism. It's almost free. It takes almost no piety, you know. We should also train some more invocations to get that duel online and to make finesse more reliable. But not yet. I'm going to be a real stickler for getting my shields to 15 with this shield. Hopefully we find more enchant armor. I should have saved that one for a shield, but I got a little antsy about my defenses. Threw it into a troll armor, and then the game decided to hand me the best dragon armor. Hey, look, it's the me and team's favorite item, the Orb of Guile. Yeah, no, I'm thinking we don't use that. I think I don't want my magic resistance lowered. Wait, is this the final layer floor? Yeah, it's 5, not 6 floors. Time to be careful. We are in fact at a branch end. Probably best not to screw around on a branch end, yeah? You might just run into the old Josephine. Здравствуйте, Josephine. Recommend carrying it and using it stacked with a Vuln scroll when you can go upstairs and gear swap. That is true. That is true that it's that you could use it like, I mean, you wouldn't even need the Vuln scroll actually. You could use it like a Vuln scroll in certain situations. Carried in place of a shield. Weakens the willpower of the wielder and everyone they hex. I think what it really does is it just reduces the MR of everything around you, and that's just worded kind of a funny way. Uh-oh. You know what? Can I deter him? Could you stop resisting, please? Okay. Alright. We're going to finesse now. Stacking it with Vuln gives something like 80% to polymorph TrSh at 10 evo. I didn't even think those things would stack. That's pretty sick, and I don't know if that's intentional, but I'll take it. I think the toad actually killed the Hydra for me. That was what I was talking about with the deterra tricks. Just use Frenzy to use one monster to kill another monster that I'm less able to deal with. I probably could have done the rock thing again, but it's fine. I wanted to create a little bit of chaos on my escape to this quasi-hallway. Good old Death Yaks, baby. We're having some bad luck, actually. Like, missing a lot. I'm gonna AA again. That is to say heroism. To take down Josephine a little faster. I didn't really want to get ghostly fireballed a bunch. Hey, our natural shields is 15 now. I'm gonna take armor to 15 as well, since we're wearing this heavy thing. Get some more AC out of it. It's an interesting branch end. I don't know if I recognize the pieces of this. The water makes me think it's Frog Pond, but there's no way. There's not enough stuff. There's not enough frogs, specifically. It'd be more water as well, I think. Maybe this is a new one. It's probably just one of those like build a branch ending type ones where it's got different little mini vaults in it. This frog pond? Yeah, I guess it must be. I mean, it's got all this water. I mean, now it's looking like frog pond. Here are the frogs. I have our core, actually. I don't need to worry too much about Goliath frogs. Just occurred to me this super de duper armor is doing some work for me. How's our cash flow? We could probably get the manual dodging soon. I am tabbing like a madman. Would not be able to be quite so rambunctious if I didn't have this armor, but... Look at my EV. My EV is 1 right now. We're gonna have to do something about that at some point. Just not having EV is not great. Okay, rocks bailed us out of that. Okay, we're gonna kill the guy behind us first. Try to 1v1 things. The AI doesn't really want to let us. I did not mean to make that movement, so we'll do this. Okay, I'll just heroism, it's fine. Oh my god, I gotta stop fat fingering the keyboard. Get heroism back up. Clearly I did not mean to make that movement into the corner there. Not ideal. We had a cool little hallway here, and I had to heroism one more time than I would have otherwise wanted to, but it's fine. My piety's fine. It's fine. We'll be able to stack up max piety pretty easily as long as I don't use my skills too much. Well, I do have a bit of lag on this server is the other thing. Ooh, identify. Lots of identify. We finally found our fear. We'll drop identify. We will, of course, drop degeneracy. We know I don't like degeneracy. Big fan of not being degenerate. Let's never... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I doing? There's still unidentified things. I was like, oh, let's just drop our identify scrolls forever, bruh. But actually... Oh, yeah, Destiny. He's insane. I talked about this earlier. I think that he is addicted to, something, basically. And I don't think he was the most stable individual to begin with. And I think the destruction of his marriage and the circumstances of that maybe helped to push his ass over the edge finally. The things he's saying are completely indefensible, and typically the left gets away with all kinds of violent ideation when it shouldn't, but in this particular case, it's like a bridge too far, and he's getting comeuppance for it, and it's like, that's my theory. I mean, I know that he spent 52 hours in a row shit-talking people on Twitter, and the maximum amount of time during that period that he went without tweeting at someone was 2 hours, which tells me he clearly wasn't sleeping. And that's not, shall we say, normal human behavior. You're not supposed to do that. So, and I think he even had custody of his kid at the time, so it's not great. I don't know, he's out of his fucking mind, basically, and he went on that interview with Piers Morgan, and his eyes looked dilated as hell, which is where my other theory is coming from. I don't know, man. The dude is definitely acting, odd, but I mean, it's just like interesting to me, because apparently that's how far somebody on the left has to go to finally get some kind of consequences for violent ideation, because if a right-wing person does that to even a tenth of the degree that Destiny has done, then you'll immediately see consequences. They'll lose all their accounts and shit. What did he get? Like a temporary ban off Kick or whatever? It's not even permanent. Like, I mean, the stuff that the dude is saying, it just wouldn't be tolerated if somebody, without his politics was saying it. The comeuppance would be so much more brutal. And so to hear him bitch and moan and whine and complain about it, it's like, I've got the world's smallest violin and it's playing just for you, buddy. It's like, oh my God, you have to deal with 1/10 of the amount of scrutiny that anybody you disagree with does. Like, blow me, basically. A Reddit thread a while ago, the guy's fiance suddenly did crazy stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, uppers are no good, man. You gotta stay off. You gotta stay off those drugs. That's my opinion, man. So the downfall of many an e-celeb has been a prescription, a prescription of some sort or another. You could end up like Jordan Peterson and end up voluntarily going into a coma to get unaddicted to something. Seems like a terrible fate to me. Quit drinking soda. Hell yeah. I think that's a wonderful move. You're still tired a lot. Are you getting enough sunlight? A lot of people think you just take the vitamin D and you're good enough, but that won't do much for you if you're not also getting sunlight to activate it. Although taking vitamin D is a good idea. Yeah, you definitely need a little bit of sunlight every day to, not too much. You don't want to get a tan. That's probably not healthy, but you do need some of that nice blue light to make your brain and serotonin and everything function right. That's true, Gadriel. Yep, that's true. A little bit of movement helps a lot. Walking. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Frankly, I don't even like running because I don't think it's good for your joints, but get some movement in every day or else your body will punish you, and so will your brain. Coming off the caffeine addiction. Yeah, that takes some time. You'll be happier for it though. Once enough time passes. Atropa, that is the dart. I've been staring at the screen because I was like, what am I looking at here? God forbid we name these things the proper names. This is the blindness confusion dart. You already are happier when you wake up? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. 4 blinking, 7 telly. All kinds of consumables actually. 3 fog. We got a fear. It's less than I would like, but that's fine. 3 mo. Potion wise, we don't have any haste. No, we do have haste. Wow, we have 3 haste. We have a might potion. We have a big old stack of curing, big old stack of healing. A bunch of that enlightenment, which is actually really good because we haven't found any magic resist. Except for the Scales of the Dragon King, which we cannot quite afford yet. Probably I'm not even going to buy it. I mean, I probably will down the line, but I'm thinking we buy the Manual of Dodging first and eke out some EV from this situation. Probably I'm going to want to take my unarmed combat higher at some point. Let's aim for 10, not 15 with the armor, and then maybe we'll go back into UC. But I did want to get a little bit of armor. I'm real sad about my EV being low because there are certain matchups where you don't want to be an AC machine. Like you actually do want some damn EV. So I think I'll probably get... It doesn't help that this armor is nuking my strength a little bit. I think I'll probably get some strength next level up. Next level up we're going to get a choice, and then after that I'll get a little int to avoid stat 0. Orc Sorcerers, 46% chance of para. I'd really like to go into Orc right now, but I don't know if it's safe. Certainly Enlightenment helps a lot. Let's just go down and take a quick look. Normally I would stop the stream after Lair, but we've made pretty good time. Whoa, what am I looking at? What the fuck? Oh, it's one of the Blasty Boys. The ranged weapon ending. That's true. Okay, pop on the Ring of Ice. Heroism for sure. This Blast Miner is just like... My god. What's his EV? 3 pips? Okay, screw it. We'll just melee Fanar down. Actually, he'll die faster, weirdly enough, despite being a unique. I could miss this guy for days. Unbelievable. Alright, put the Ring of Pro back on. No, who is it that said SH isn't that good? I'm sure it was some crawl dev, but like, do they still say that even to this day, that shields aren't good? Because I just don't. It's got to be a joke at this point. Like, I feel like it's like a troll. It's like a troll against new players. They cannot possibly believe that shields are not optimal. It can't be true. It just can't. It just can't be. I refuse to believe it. It's heroism. I need this wizard dead. There we go. Let's take a step. A bunch of allegedly experienced players said it. Well, that's the thing, is in the early days of DCSS, people were just willing to accept anybody as an expert because nobody had won, or very few people had won. And so you had people like Minmay getting respect as like, oh, this person really knows the business. You know, like, this person really knows about DCSS. And it turns out that a lot of those people really didn't know shit. You know, it's just that it's... they kind of nerfed SH. Are you talking about the skill where you have to train more skill to lose the penalty? Alright, Buckaroo. We're finally doing the EOS plan. You know what, we're heroism again. It's fine. Just to blow my piety. This guy has an electrical battle axe, so it's kind of annoying. The large rock hits the Orc Knight and shatters, but does no damage. Like, that's really what you want to see. You know what? We're gonna, do I have regular javelins? Yes, I do. I'm gonna do javelins and take out the wizard at the same time. Once we have our elect, this type of thing will not happen again. Okay, there we go. So what were you saying? Shields did not increase weapon delay in the past. Well, that's an old change. That's been the case for a long time. Tried two hands and shields as a new player playing Mibby. You preferred shields mostly. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, yeah, you're right. The only reason you'd ever really use a two-hander is, one, if you're like a Formicid, or two, if you, you know, if you have no shield yet. That's all. Oh yeah, I forgot we can meme Maurice like this. Check it out. I can just throw things at him and he'll pick it up. I can just throw stones at him and he'll pick the... Well, he won't pick the stones up, but he will pick up the poison darts every time I throw a poison dart at him. It's kind of funny. I guess he doesn't pick up the stones. Ooh. Don't waste my charges, buddy. Anti... It's time for anti-invis with the EOS. There we go. Yeah, okay, we got how many charges? Only 2. He must have blown through a bunch of those during that fight. Quicksilver is really good to have. You can knock off a lot of really powerful buffs on enemies, and there's a couple niche uses as well. Oh, by the way, we cucked. Just kidding. I forgot. I am not allowed. I was gonna say that. Oh, we have Phantom Mirror. What a great anti-Hydra technology. But Yeah, no, Oka says I can't have allies, so nope. Whatever. Being denied things like Scroll of Summoning and Phantom Mirror and things like that will actually help clear up my inventory to carry all these throwables, so at least there's that, right? Still, we do have swamps, so I'm going to have to think about what to do about hydras and possibly Lerny, because we're going to have a lot of them. Alright, going down into Orc 2. Gonna be Orc Sorcerers. Probably should have finished Dungeon, actually. Guess we still could. Oh, wait a minute, manual dodging. We could afford that now. Give me some EV. Why don't we do that? Why don't we pick up the manual of dodging? Get some actual EV going. We'll finish dungeon. Oh, what did I just find? Amulet of Guardian Spirit. You know, there are some characters where Amulet of Guardian Spirit is really good. I actually don't like using it on Oka because it just prevents me from using... well, it kind of prevents me from using my skills. It's probably okay on this dude, come to think of it. Let's get the extra HP. Because for Oka, it's not really panic buttons. Technically duel is, but when am I really going to be using duel? Probably never, so we front load heroism and finesse if we're playing intelligently, so it should be okay. Give me the extra HP, you know. Curare. Give me some Curare. Can I tab this guy? Yeah, I can. There's really not a whole lot that Dungeon can throw at me that I can't O-tab through at this point. There's a couple of things. If a wizard shows up, that'd be painful. Yeah, I'll take that Curare. What you got there, buddy? I thought that was an unseen horror. D14 and D15 vaults AE. Tell you what might screw me is this boulder beetle. Bruh. Are his defenses more than I remember? 4 pips of AC? I should be clawing through this with my... Well, it's because my UC isn't high enough. What am I doing? Why don't we, I don't want to waste Curare, and I really don't want to waste more paralysis. I really should just melee him. It's fine. I'll eventually high roll. No, I'm on 0.31. I never play Trunk because occasionally... Basically, I view the crawl devs, well, the modern crawl devs, to be incredibly incompetent. And this is proven by the fact that in Trunk... yeah, well, you can call me that, but like just the other day, and well, not the other day, it's a couple months ago at this point. They had the yellow draconians in Zot doing like, what was it, 1D 190, or excuse me, 3D 193 damage or some crazy bullshit like that. And I'm not prepared to lose a 70 streak because of some dev fat fingering the keyboard, so to speak. Wand of Flame on that guy, that'll be handy. Did they really? What, so like made it higher or lower than it should be? 27 blink scrolls. How did they, what were they trying to do? I'm guessing they were like fiddling with the drop rates in some other way. But that's pretty funny. 27 blink scrolls. Alright, we're gonna use Revelation. AKA magic mapping. I just realized we have RC all the time, so I really don't even need to think. I was thinking like, oh no, I'm gonna use my Ring of Ice. But actually we're good to go. Alright, this is not the Simulacrum one. There's gonna be a Frost Giant at the end of this, I think. I should be able to just tab all this crap. We strong now, baby. Strong. Maybe not strong enough to fiddle around with a, man, I think I said fiddle about 8,000 times during this stream. I don't know if I want to mess around with an ice giant yet. Let's do this the classic way, just for fun. Javelins. Oh, man. Oh, shit, I didn't want to move him out of the... Alright, that's okay. Not exactly expertly done there, but you know what, it's fine. We're strong, we're allowed to make some errors. I should have MO'd when there were more things around to actually catch everything in the debuff, you know. Oddly enough, I'm gonna Heroism right now rather than before, because fighting two Death Yaks at the same time is no good. What do you do? 30 damage? Max damage 30. Dodging. Going to 15. Strength pops my EV up by 1, just as I expected. Nothing else in here should be a challenge. We can no-tab everything. Maybe not this guy, due to the exclusion zone. Okay, terrific. Let's leave. I love that we're stacking haste. We have 8 haste now, which is just, believe you me, it's a lot. Saw a cloak a second ago. We'll grab that and put it on. Get another point of AC, maybe 2, depending on. Oh, there was a cloak in Orc as well. Cannot carry more items. Okie dokie. Well, we definitely do not need to have stones anymore. Okawaru will provide. We don't need comedy option stones. Grab the cloak. Nope, just 1 AC, not 2. I thought maybe my armor skill would provide another, but that's okay. What you got there? Curare, Mr. Orc Warrior, Panda's Ghost. Nice hat. I'm seeing that, and all I'm seeing is a purple toupee on this octopode. You know, as always, we'll just come back later. There's no reason to fight all this crap. There's nothing I want in here, so... Vile Clutch. Vile Clutch. By far the best spell in the game. Will we be casting it? I don't know. Maybe not as a troll. It's definitely reachable. I mean, we got that -1 Earth Magic apt, and -2 Necromancy isn't terrible, and -5 spellcasting is terrible, but what are you gonna do, you know? BVC isn't that good anymore? I'm hard disagree, my friend, unless they nerfed it further since the last time. New opt spell is Permafrost Eruption. That's in trunk. Do tell, what does it do? What to drop? Obviously the Scarf of Shadows, right? I don't know, man. Taking the just straight up taking the EV away from something will always be one of the most powerful things in the game, if you ask me. Smite targeted 3x3 damage spell does insane damage, which is 2/3 resistible. Yup, that sure sounds broken. What level? What level of spell is that? Six or seven. If it's 7, that's probably okay. 6 is pushing it. You got to be really careful about adding smite targeted spells to the game. Like, there usually needs to be some kind of drawback for it not to just be busted as hell. Like, for example, the way that LRD works. Well, I don't know. When I think of BVC, I don't really think of the smite targeting. And yeah, I know it's not smite targeted anymore. Yeah, it was probably more powerful back then, but I still view it as kind of a side grade now that it's a bolt of hands, because it's unbelievably strong in a hallway now. Like, in a sense, in some situations it's more powerful than it was before, but overall probably slightly worse. In trunk, constriction has been changed. Mobs break BVC first turn most of the time. See, that's the kind of change that might make the spell more balanced. I would be curious about the specifics of how that works. Alright. Entropy Weaver changes into a golden eye. Oh, why did I open that? What a mistake. I thought it would have changed out by now. We've got Blink. He can't one-shot me. We've got Blink. Let's paralysis. Hey, there we go. Okay. Come on, dude. What is this bullshit where I don't take it down in a million swings? Unbelievable. It actually lived long enough to shift out. That's okay, though. Shapeshifter dead. Constriction does much more damage now. Blink scrolls always escape constriction. That's good. That's a good change. Increasing chance to escape constriction moving out of it with the 3rd attempt in a row. No, I knew about that one. I think... Are you sure that's not in 0.31? Are you sure that's only a trunk change? The thing about the NPCs is the one that's new to me. Yeah, I like those changes from the player side. This is trunk. Like, kind of removing a lot of the RNG from being constricted. Well, I don't know. On one hand, I think it makes constriction less terrifying, and I do think that the game is a lot of the times that you're going to be facing constriction. It's your fault that you got constricted, but that's not always true. Sometimes you can just get bullshitted, and so I think I would probably veer on the side. Oh, you're saying it does more damage to players as well now? I don't know. I think being able to blink out of it guaranteed is a wonderful change. I'm less sold on the 3 turns guaranteed, but overall I think it probably sounds like a good idea. Pythons are now a bigger D1 threat than gnolls. I mean, they were already, is the thing. Like, I know it seems like they don't do much damage, but I had one of my more recent streak games actually had a situation where I almost died to a D1 Python just because I kept missing. That's all. I just kept missing. I think I actually had to use a... I was playing a Warper, I think, and I had to... I actually had to use up my my tomahawk of, or excuse me, my boomerang of dispersal. Come on, man. You're not gonna let me do it without heroism. You gotta be kidding me with this. Javelins, maybe? Screw it. Fine. Well, heroism. You got me. You forced me to heroism. Can't quite dab on hydras yet. I mean, the true dabbing of hydras will be when I can just tab them despite having claws. Hey, I like these walls. I always like to see this this branch end. It feels like you're in depths. Hi, buddy. What happened? Cataclysmical? Is that... Oh, I was gonna say, is that just a lone fire elemental, or is it my boy Azrael, and it turns out it's Azrael. What are you, an Arcanist? Nerfs the Naga Constriction. I mean, it could be a buff in some ways if you get the extra damage. Oh good, insta-paralyze. I love that. It's very cool, baby. I despise the new air elementals. That unavoidable paralyze is just incredibly rude. Horrifyingly bad design. Thankfully he was alone, basically, but I mean he had the water elemental, but... You don't get the extra damage then? Lame. Hey, a 6 Furhy. Man, this D15 is not screwing around. That's, you were right. Although this may be an old vault. Oh no. Okay. I guess I could pop on Eos, heroism. I mean, I'm not immune to his... This is what's such bullshit. Like, you're not even immune to the para when you're R, like, it just reduces the chance. Giving the player incredibly limited counterplay, just, I've never liked that as a design concept. Like, give the player real counterplay. Don't subject the player to RNG and say, oh, well, you get a little less RNG if you want. I mean, that's actually okay to do when the stakes are less high, but when the stakes are paralysis, that's a problem, I think. I think that when it's a thing that can end your run very easily like that, and I think a lot of it boils down to the devs just kind of don't understand the game that they're making, because they will regularly downplay the dangers of paralysis. Like, they just straight up don't understand that paralysis is dangerous. Which is weird, because as far as win rate goes, it's the threat, basically. Let's heroism and finesse. I think we can go ahead and duke it out with him. I was kind of hoping he would come around, but Players run in fear from every paralysis enemy. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it doesn't take a genius to just watch how people interact with the game and say, oh, wow, well... But the problem is that you've got a bunch of egomaniacs developing this game right now, and so they will never look at what players are doing. And it's not to say that players always make the right choice, but, I mean, it's got to at least be a pointer in the right direction. But they'll never look at that and think, like, oh, gee, perhaps it's us that's wrong. Like, all right, speaking of being wrong, this is not great. this gentleman has banishment, and I really don't want to be banished right now. Why don't we deter him? Just kidding, that's not going to work. Why don't we curare him? Okay, good. He is slowed. Preferably after reading Tell. Yeah. No, for sure. And you can't run from enemies anymore. I'm gonna try to melee this dude. Man, fuck this. What am I doing? Ice Blast. There we go. Okay, no banishment. That was risky business. Now, we're level 15, you know, like, we'd probably do okay in the Abyss. It's a powerful character, but I really didn't want to go there. Frankly, that was a misplay. I shouldn't have fought that. We should have immediately left his line of sight and bailed on this floor. That was not the correct play. That enlightenment is honestly... I still think it's a good addition to the game, but honestly, I think I shouldn't even be on this level. We're probably fine on the level. It really depends on what your D15 looks like. It's like, it's okay. Oh shit. There we go. But like, I think that enlightenment potion, it kind of pushes you to take risks that you otherwise would never do. But even 1% is too high as far as banishment goes at this point in the game. Oh my god. Okay. He summoned the... He did the magic thing to me that I didn't want. We're gonna silence. Oh shit. Okay, fine. We're gonna Ice Blast. There we go. Hate to waste the silence. I think it's just like the stream has been... We're enough hours into the stream that I'm starting to do a few misplays. And I would call them minor misplays on this character because we're strong, but definitely could get bad in a hurry. I'm playing fast too. That's true. And with lag. Okay, Ice Blast that to death. This is definitely a shapeshifter. Let's... Oh no, what the fuck is that? Sun Moth. Pyre Arrow. Just play on mobile. Wasting Ice Blast charges for the win. A little corroded here. That Rust Devil, I really should have taken him out faster. It was dangerous. Now it is no longer dangerous. But yeah, corrosion is no joke. It also, a lot of people don't know this, it gives you minus slay as well, so... Let's back up. So the paralysis goes through. Let's back up again. Alright. Suck down an enlightenment now that there's a bunch of other crap around us. 9% not so bad. Do we have any cancellation even? We do not. Probably use fear if we get petrified again. Yes, it is, well, it counts against your slay, basically. It's like getting a negative slay So if you have like a +5 slay spear, and you have -4 corrosion, you effectively have +1 slay at that point. And yes, slay can go negative, so it's pretty hardcore. Man, this floor has all kinds of paralysis. Tailor-made. This spawn table for this floor, for this vault, is tailor-made to either paralyze or petrify. 4 curare. Inventory full of garbage. Let's identify. I think I might be able to get rid of identify. Scroll of Torment. Potion of Experience. Potion of Resistance. Still no potions of resistance, so guess we'll hold on to our identifies until we find one more potion. Kind of wanted to carry around the guile for the meme. Let's drop noise, actually. Can we just melee this dude while he's invisible? We should be able to, yeah. Negative AC from core is an exponential increase to melee damage received. I'll tell you, I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's pretty wild. This character doesn't have that problem with his big boy armor, but he wasted my paralysis. Boo! I was gonna say that's got to be a shapeshifter. It was an unarmed brigand. You'll get an eye for things that are shapeshifters after a while. Acquirement. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be gold. Yeah. Our requirements are cucking us a bit, but that's okay. I can't complain about getting free gold in a game where Dragon King is for sale, even though we kind of have something that's kind of sort of better for now. It's really, I should, well, I wouldn't say it's better. It's actually strictly worse. Not strictly worse, but it is worse for our purposes. That strength -4 really seals the deal. But at the end of the day, I should follow my golden rule, which is that magic resistance is king. So we'll definitely be buying those scales soon. You really don't want to get paralyzed. Like, the only reason this character is not dead is because my AC is so high that I can, I'm allowed to take certain risks that I otherwise wouldn't in a million years take. Oh boy. Speaking of risks, you know, this is spooky for a lot of reasons, because not only can this fella straight up paralyze us, he could summon a thing that that nukes our intelligence. You'll note we don't have much intelligence, so we're gonna do like the 1-2 punch of enlightenment and then curare to take those guys out and give them as few actions against us as possible, as few effective actions against us as possible as well. Okay, 15 dodging, EV of 5, which is still not great. We spent a lot of experience on dodging to make that happen. Dude, I've got to get my UC to 15. I am so underleveled on offense right now. It's kind of outrageous, and I'm able to get away with it only because I'm worshiping Oka. Like, look at how much we're missing, you know? And how little damage we're doing when we hit compared to what we could be doing as a as the true Chad troll. You know what? I'm gonna be cute. That's also true. Yeah, I'm not noticing the fact that my fighting is so low. Can we, yeah, we can. Throw Curare like this so maybe it hits the blast miner, you know? Yo, getting paralyzed here without Aralek would be pretty bad. Why don't we finish this crap off the Chadley way? Paralyzed plus 6 Furhy is another, is another exciting meme that Orc Sorcerers can do to you. Okay, okay, let's open up with Scroll of Poison. I cannot be, this is the giant ending, or the ogre ending. I cannot be paralyzed right now because the stuff that's dangerous is in the front. We're gonna MO. Well, I might shout first. Now let's suck down another enlightenment first. I was hoping to reveal more ogres. I could Datura, that'd be a cute thing here. Oh, only 3% chance to frenzy the two-headed ogre? I didn't realize it was so low. Alright, this is gonna have to be good enough. Let's MO. Okay, if I could just trigger... You know what? I think one javelin will be good enough. If I can just get this chain reaction going. Okay, that's not ideal, but this will have to work. Don't want to be paralyzed next to a two-headed ogre. Now we're okay. We have RF, we don't have our poise, so we're going to sit in the poison cloud. Just kidding, we do have our poise. Oh, man. Do I want to burn another MO? I hate to waste so much MO. Let's take another step and just see how packed in these fellas are. You don't have line of effect to me, right? Or do you? I don't think you do. I know I don't have line of effect to you, but you might be able to paralyze me, so why don't we... Yeah, we'll burn the other MO. Okay, and then we'll javelin through here. I'll probably be fine if I get paralyzed next to this two-headed ogre due to my AC, but he just does a lot of damage. It's best not to take the risk. What to do? Good Quicksilver. No, that would tear off the debuff. It's just got to be more javelins, basically. I could have buffed up with heroism and stuff first, but heavily wounded, moderately wounded. Let's aim for the low HP guy. Low max HP guy. There we go. Ogre explodes. This should be the boom, 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 boom. Based. It's risky business stepping out your door and into the orc mines when you don't have magic resist. Gotta take it very seriously. Ring with int +5. That's going on the shopping list just as a stat 0 fighter. Rings of evasion are going on the list. We might want those. Especially comboed with, you know, GDA. Oh my god. Scroll of blinking, scroll of enchant armor, another magic mapping. Don't need any of that identify. We'll take the other MO, put it all on the shopping list, and the Vuln, why not? I'm thinking maybe the scales are what we want first, though. I can't live without magic resistance for any longer. I can't do it, boys. Cannot do it. I gotta have a pip. Alright, we are the Dragon King now. Get that enchant armor. Get that blinking. Enchant my tower shield. It sucks that it doesn't have a it doesn't have an enchantment, but like RC or something. I was really hoping to find a Tower Shield of RC Plus on the in the ice cave, because you can find cool non-standard items like that in there, but that's okay. It's a ponderous chain you are making, Scrooge. Alrighty, this character has been built. It has been built. It has been built up. We are doing pretty well. We have 39 AC. We have not so good EV, but that's okay. A little better now that we're not getting our strength nerfed. Probably want to take our armor to 15 at some point, but it's all about the offense right now. I think if I want defense, what I really want to do is to just save up some cash money and buy myself some evasion rings. 396 gold a pop. We'll have it before too long. Got our poise from our gold dragon armor, so I mean we're doing fine there. That means that opens up. Well, I would have actually hoped for snake, but it kind of opens up spider to us. Probably we'll just do swamp. Either way, I'm gonna have to deal with, well, some form of paralysis, and my magic resist is not great. And sadly, we now have those. God, what are they called? What the hell are they even called? The witches or whatever. Fin Strider Witch has paralysis. But with the magic resistance from our armor alongside our 5 potions of enlightenment, we should be able to make it work. So my instinct is to stick with the old ways and go swamp first, because swamp is just, historically, it's been the easier place to be. Kind of an odd character, though, in terms of that particular calculus, because, you know, we also still have some minor problems with hydras and things. What a wonderful place to pick up dragon armor, if we needed it. Yeah, I sorely want some EV. I was willing to take the risk of the paralysis there because he was alone, although now he is not. Boy, people have made a lot of goddamn noise. Why don't we 1v1 some stuff, yeah? Like God intended. Okay, gotta be a little more careful around these Goliath frogs now, because we don't have our core all the time. Hello, big boy damage, Francis. We're fighting Boogie right now in the game. This video is to Boogie. Alright, 3% chance of any of this shit working on him. Tempted to just burn a silence, actually. Why don't we just walk away? Hey, my God, it's like the game just wanted me to have the perfect tool for the job right now. Let's drop this extra pro ring. Let's pick up the File of Floods. Boogie plays Francis back when people liked him. Didn't he get caught faking a cancer diagnosis? Alright, File of Floods will silence this fella, right? Waterlogged. Yeah, that's a pretty hardcore thing to do. No longer waterlogged. Uh-oh. Well, we're looking at 75 max damage here, so I'll just burn the silence if things go poorly for me. Otherwise, we'll just keep meleeing. I don't like that you're hasted. That I'm officially spooked. What's the chances of the Quicksilver hitting? 75%? I'll do that. We'll nuke the haste, and that way his next move won't be... That was still a bit of a risk, though. There was a 25% chance that that didn't hit, and then there was a chance he would just get 2 actions on me, which... Is he really going to max roll Iron Shot twice? Come to think of it, I think GDR applies to those spells these days. So it still couldn't have killed me, but it could have come goddamn close, especially with the Rust Devil and stuff helping out. And there it is. There's the big boy Iron Shot. I'm going to do one more hit. And if I take any more damage, it's going to be silence time. Okay, I took more damage. Fuck it, I'm silencing. I really wanted to avoid that. But you know what? It's okay to use a resource on a unique. That's essentially what your resources are for, if you think about it. You know what? Always ignore it. Yeah, I don't need Scrolls of Torment. Ever. God, it's such a disaster for inventory management every time you play a character that uses throwing weapons. Scroll of Enchant Armor. We will continue to buff up this tower shield. Hello! 22%. Are you our poise? No, you're not. Oh my god. There we go. Should have probably just meleeed his ass instead of trying to be cute with the curare. A Spriggan wielding what now? Ew, a buckler of reflection. Don't throw any large rocks, yeah? Ring of Ice, always ignore that. We do not need Ring of Ice. No, we do not. I figure we'll, I was going to quit after Lair, then there wasn't, you know, the stream hadn't been on for very long, so I decided to keep going. Then I was going to quit after Orc, but now I guess I'm here. You know, here I am. I guess I'll get our first rune and then we'll call it a night. Yo, I shouldn't be tabbing into this. Splinter Spray, 75 damage pop. Well, you're not next to a tree, so you can't heal, so we'll just melee now. That shield actually helps us quite a bit. Unbelievable luck. I swear to God, I've had the craziest luck on some of these recent streak runs. Like, I found Arga, I think, on my last one. Which is just outrageous, you know? Yo, probably shouldn't be tabbing. That's okay. Getting dragged by the alligator. Not even beating the game. Is this what they call restraint? Yeah, if you play this game for... That's the prime mistake. If you play past the point of being tired, you'll start making those big boy mistakes. I just had a strange thought. I killed that swamp worm and I was like, why isn't he turning to gold? The game is bugged. playing too much Gozak. Where's my gold? Fuming Sapphire Potion. Okie dokie, we can finally get rid of these identifies. That was the last one. Everything is identified now except for Potion of Experience, but it's the only potion left, therefore it will be auto-ID'd. Normally I'd be pretty spooked by a Thorn Hunter and a Bunyip at the same time, especially, but whoa! Hey, bucko. I don't know about all that. Now I am spooked. Let's heroism. Let's finesse. Let's go to war. What's our chances of paralysis by itself? 0. I could do the whole Vuln para thing. Vuln plus Orb of Guile para. I honestly think we're just gonna throw shit at him. Quiver the rocks. Good old finesse rock throwing. Probably should have made that a javelin. In fact, I should be throwing silver javelins probably, but whatever, man. Okay, now we'll swing. Our finesse ended. I want to say that finesse's length is determined by your invocation skill. I could be wrong about that. Certainly the chance of success is you can fail it. I need to get some more invocations at some point. Okay, down we go. To swamp 4. Okay, let's get this dude. Well, hold on. Let's see if we can't take out the Will-o'-the-Wisp here. Good. You really want to fight these Elenomas away from trees because they can heal themselves with Wood Wheel if they're next to a tree. We're on the branch end, by the way, so watch out and take care. Oh, double bunyip action. Maybe we do a little reset. Bunyips are a funny enemy to just be man-moding through. But even on this guy, I don't think I want to be doing that with 2 of them and a Goliath frog at the same time. A little bit of a biting off more than I can chew type situation there. Got slowed by that bog body. Okay, Hydras mostly just slow me down at this point. I can rock throw through them. This is the most... It's not even hard. It's just like a really obnoxious invult because it's so like maze-like. I'm gonna be throwing javelins now, at least until the guy's in front. Why don't we melee this vampire guy? I'm impressed with his evasion. You know, Hydras don't really have evasion, but that one acted like it did. Hold on, I'll just throw rocks again. We have 9 left. Large rocks, that is. Problem is, like, I could just try to melee through this thing, but we'll be cutting off heads, and I could create, you know, I could create a situation, you know, 20-headed Hydra or whatever, if I hit with the claws, but then low roll enough times. Like, probably it would die before that happened, but probably I would do the damage to take it out. Manufactured, learn it, yeah, pretty much. Guy was hitting like a truck. Did I just hear a... You hear a deafening roar. I was about to say that's Lerny. It's got to be Lerny. All right, cool. Let's just use our Phantom Mirror. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Normally I would do that, but I can't Phantom Mirror. We could try for a para, I guess, with Vuln. Okay, let's go up. Got that Orb of God. I guess we could para and then throw large rocks. That could be the move. We don't have any large rocks, though. Well, we have one. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, I think you got the wrong door. I'm curious. What is she poly into? She does not poly into anything. Not susceptible. No, you're right. I could go get that. I mean, I have all the large rocks I want. It's just that they're, like, hiding in Lerny's vault. I think this is fine. I just have to think about it. Probably we just use javelins, frankly. Her HP is not really that impressive. I mean, 150, sure, but at this point I can tear through that with javelins or even boomerangs if I just paralyze her first. Dual Lerny for Oka's entertainment. Oh man. I mean, the most man mode thing would be to paralyze Lerny and then go melee with her, but that's a big balls move because unfortunately she could unpara at any moment, which is not something you want to. It's really not something you want. No, I think it maxes out at 27. I don't think you can go past 27, but you still don't want to take 27 hits. I mean, actually, the funny thing is this character would do an okay job of meleeing Lerny. Like, I could probably take a couple of hits from Lerny just because my AC blocks most of the crap going on here. I think I'd want a little more EV before I even thought about that as an option, though. Let me just think about this. Well, even if actually, I would prefer it wasn't based on AC because we've got golden dragon armor, you know. So our GDR would be incredible right now. Even without that, I think it would be better. All right, fine. A regular Hydra shows up to ruin my day. My GDR is only 39. Is it actually 1-to-1 with AC these days? 39%. So 27 hits times what's 18 times 40%? Like, or times 60%, I guess it would be. So what, like 9 or 10? So I'd be taking 270 damage on average. Well, no, 270 damage maximum. That's if every single one hits and does max damage. But and like skips past the rest of my AC. That's still more of a chance than I'm prepared to take. You're right. Whoa, I am not. What the fuck? I'm telling you, this is really frustrating because it's like I meant to queue up my quiver up my. Check it out. If I go to evoke or not, sorry, if I go to throw, that's the F key, Shift F. You'll see boomerangs as L, right? So I went quiver and then L, but they've created this funny situation where those letters are not related to the letters in your inventory, and it's very goofy. It's a big UI error on the dev's part. No masters, no rulers. Welcome to the stream, man. Guaranteed to block 3 hits. Yeah, 3 or 4. Probably 4, honestly, with that many hits in a row. Dodge approximately 1 to 2. That few, huh? Anyway, let's queue C boomerangs. Still not prepared to punch a Hydra. We will slowly whack it with boomerangs. Swamp Dragon roars, definitely. That's concerning. We could walk down directly into Lerny. 3 shields per ot with a tower shield. I think it's 4. Let's take a look. Max blocks per turn is 4, which is a lot. That's why shields are so amazing in a 1v1, because the more things you block, the less likely you're going to block again. But if something's only attacking you once per turn, if you're only eating 1 attack per turn, it's no, it's cool. Some minutia. Shield minutia. Walk in and steal the rune and get out? Hell no. Alright, the game has successfully trolled me into using the shield, the orb of guile. Do 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 do. Blocks per ot was a 0.31 nerf. Huh. So they finally come around to shields being OP, huh? I mean, that's just funny to me, because like they were so smug and dickish about it. Anytime anybody tried to tell them, somebody like me who knows more than them about this game, and I don't even say that with ego, it's just the truth. Tried to inform them like, yeah, shields are really strong. Shields are a better choice all of the time than two-handers. Only took 10 years. Yeah, literally 10 years. And it's just like, it's just funny because they're like beaten dogs basically, with their tails between their legs. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you were right. But they'll never openly say that. But it's like, dude, you could have saved a lot of time and made a better game by just admitting that early on, And by the way, I don't think that nerfing shields is really the solution. I think that buffing two-handers is the way to go. I think that as you nerf shields, you're just going to make the game more frustrating to play. How about you instead make two-handers like make a good reason to use them, Players never feel good when you're debuffing them anyway, basically. Oh, hi, Mock. And this is why you don't want this stupid fucking orb of guile. EV4 was already pushing shields strongly for some time. Tavern still wasn't having it. Well, that's because it's like you had this entrenched fake elite, But unfortunately, and I maintain to this day, this is one of the reasons I was banned. You cannot maintain a sort of bullshit fake elite player base when you're in the process of like not proving it and somebody else is, basically. Like somebody like Minmay, for example, could never streak 70 games in a row. It just couldn't happen. That person could talk a lot about it and put out a bunch of specious bullshit about it, but it just wouldn't happen, in reality. And at the end of the day, people are pretty gullible, but there's a certain amount of BS that they just won't swallow, Like there is a line. And when the proof is in the pudding right in front of their eyes, it's like I think it kind of made the devs look bad to constantly have their decisions criticized by somebody who you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, because it's like, here I am, I have the streak, like. Oh, my favorite was the justification for like nuking the ability for LRD to break through walls. It was like, oh yeah, hypothetically people might carve out tunnels to do the orb run easier. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, the orb run is really not hard. It's superficially hard. It makes you think it would be hard if you don't really know your way around the game. But at the end of the day, it's like it's a victory lap for people who are really good at the game, because there's just so many ways to avoid all the problems. And it's not even like you really don't have to cut holes in walls to make the optimal path. It's just, I mean, I guess like technically you're getting a benefit from that, but it's not do this or you might lose. It's do this to win more, basically. And I think that it's okay to have something that's really tedious and all it's really doing for you is win more. That's my take. All right, let's see, 37%. Now we're going to try Vuln. We're going to para. We're going to land the para. Let's just. Let's try to just do the rocks without any kind of help from Oka. Not doing as much damage as I would like. Well, I'll go ahead and heroism. I will go ahead and deter this guy. Okay, good. He'll be attacking me for the moment, but that's okay. He's my backup against Lerny waking up. Okay, never mind. That turned out to be unnecessary. Alrighty. That would have been like an extra turn that she spends attacking him because he's closer. UC 15. You know, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna take UC to 20 and fighting to 15. We're also going to stop picking up Identify. I see a talisman, but God knows I don't want to be a serpent. I really think it would be fun to get an artifact Lich Form Talisman, just for the memes. Plasma Beam. You know, I've never seen this spell, but it kind of scares me. 2x 3d21. Wow. I bet I don't care about this book. No, sir. Okay, well that is Swamp. We have our first rune. Probably going to Spider next. Pre-cut path can spawn enemies blocking. Yeah, that's true, man. You might end up like actually screwing yourself over doing the whole pre-cut path thing. I would almost rather be out in the open. I mean, yeah, you can like technically you can lower the number of tiles that you're moving on the orb run, I guess, but overall I just don't. If you use a turn to dig, it's less likely. I mean, well, actually I don't. Can they spawn in the tiles that didn't exist? I know you can't teleport into the tiles that didn't exist at the start of the level, like if you dig things out, but anyway, yeah, like I refuse to believe that it's something that really benefits you in win rate. Like hypothetical optimal guy would do it, but there's no situation where basically hypothetical optimal guy, if he was going to spend time working on that, his time would be better spent going into like Pandemonium and farming up blink scrolls, because nowadays you can blink on the orb run, which makes it even easier. I mean, there was a while there where orb run and Zot were actually a really fun, challenging, super duper interesting, like interactive kind of experience, because you couldn't do controlled blinks, you know, so that was one aspect of it, and then certain things like Sack of Spiders existed, which I guess they finally brought back, but there was a while there where that didn't exist. Yeah, Blink and Orb Run is too easy. I hated Blink and Orb Run when I first played with it, but now that I've played under both systems, no controlled Blink and Orb Run and Zot is by far superior in my opinion. I think it just creates a more interesting situation, more challenging. And by that point of the game, your character should be strong enough that you can interact with threats. But instead we get stupid shit like clown pies, which is incredibly non-interactive, you know, other than like, okay, wear a shield and hope for the best. Fingers crossed that you don't get clown pied to death. Polymorphed and silenced and paralyzed by a lich at the same time because your magic resist got nuked due to all your items shapeshifting, etc., etc. I don't know, man. Anyway, we're in Spider. I'm not going to do Spider. What's a clown pie? There is an enemy added a while back, which was one of the worst changes to DCS ever, called the Killer Clown. He throws clown pies. And they have just a random chance, ignores MR, ignores everything, it just happens, where if it hits you, you get turned into a bat sometimes, or a bunch of different other effects. Although it seems like maybe they've taken that out. Maybe they finally figured out, you know. And again, this is another thing that people used to get like viciously mocked about. You know, like, oh hey, clown pies are bad. Like the polymorph effect is too powerful, etc. And then like years later, like a dog with its tail between their legs, you know, they quietly fix it, you know. But I guess now it's minus potion is still pretty hardcore, but it's definitely not as bad as the poly. That's at least somewhat interactable. The fragile thing, I mean, that's okay. I would definitely take fragile or minus potion over just getting turned into a bat randomly, you know. It's just outrageous. You got minus 18 strength in one run. Yeah, that's the other thing is the stat 0 problem in Zot is really stupid, because that's the other thing that Killer Clown Pies can do. If we look at it again, it can just drain a random stat. And the only way to gain back stats is to get experience. And so you've got this weird situation where if you're really playing optimally, the counterplay is like, if you get any amount of stat drain, you leave a refrigerator, is what I call it, a refrigerator full of meat, aka a single floor of depths that you haven't cleared. And then you just go there and fight some easier monsters and get your stats back, which is really lame. And if they really want to avoid the hypothetical optimal man doing lame, degenerate things, maybe don't have that kind of stat drain, you know, in an unavoidable area. Like stat drain in places like Tomb, I think is fine, because like you're expected to do some cheesy sort of grindy things to avoid end game problems. I'm fine with that. And in fact, I actually really like the fact that once upon a time, Tomb was more or less the only place where you were going to see a ton of stat drain. Like, it was a unique threat that you had to do certain things to, you know, avoid. Yeah, you would think, Jink, and in theory that's their against the design philosophy, but I've found that the design philosophy is a document that gets thrown in people's faces to win an argument, not so much as like a thing that's meant to be followed. But I don't know, that's just my take. All in all, though, I think that was probably my only quasi-rant. I've stayed pretty positive throughout this whole stream, so I'm going to pat myself on the back here. I don't even think I really went on any political rants, so I don't know, maybe I'm losing my touch. Maybe I gotta start yelling things will get me banned from twitch.tv. Stair dancing in hell is untenable with most gods. Wizard Ike died that way. Wizard Ike's a cool guy. I've seen his streams. He's a nice gentleman. One strength kill his spells. Yeah, stat 0 is hard, man. Oh, that's not even stat 0. I guess it's just his armor. Like the encumbrance was what was doing it. Yeah, hell is weird now, basically. It's one of the reasons why I don't like to do 15 runes. I never really have, but like, I think I liked old hell better. I liked the fact that hell used to be this sprint, right, where you're trying to dive as fast as possible so that as few hell effects happen as possible. But now, how does it work? It's been a little while since I've done a 15 rune game. Are you like guaranteed a hell effect every time you go down a floor? Is that how it works? And yeah, I know the small hell floors are wild, because it's like you just will get ambushed by a ton of extended enemies at the same time, which is pretty terrifying. I don't know. The biggest thing is just never not being able to use scrolls at all in Gehenna is really
That's really something. I know that I almost blew my streak on that the first time I encountered it. It's really hardcore not having scrolls. No blink on something that's not a Formicid is like have fun running into two Brimstone Fiends at the same time and not having scrolls. Goofy as hell. Yeah. I guess that's a phrase I use a lot. Anyway, I think this is a great time to stop the stream. We're coming up on like 4 hours, so I think it's about time, baby. Let's throw up these dancing boomers. Let's throw up the best cat in the world, Rogi, short for pierogi. Yeah, no, thank you, Gridgem, and everyone else for coming by, and special thanks to the gentleman who paid for this this DCSS run. I make a lot of tongue-in-cheek jokes about how much I hate mainline, but at the end of the day, I really can't complain about being paid to play a video game. And you know, it's the nostalgia factor is there. You know, it's kind of like the devs may have pooped all over mainline, but it still has some aspects of the game that I once loved. And I mean, once in a while, I do like to come back and see what they're doing. And occasionally, I am surprised. There are some things that I like, and usually there's more things that I don't, but you know, I think I've complimented a few things, you know, that I've heard about on this stream actually. Like, you know, for example, the constriction change with the being able to blink out of it, I think is good. I always thought it was goofy how you weren't guaranteed to be able to blink out of constriction. Like blink is, to me, is meant to be like a get out of jail free card. You know, it's the consumable that you use when all others fail, and you know, having there be limits to that, other than straight up silence or minus scrolls, is pretty spooky. But anyway, it's cool. I think that this Troll Shapeshifter is doing quite well. I still think we're basically just going to be Mr. Melee Man. I don't know if we're gonna go back to shapeshifting at any point, but maybe. It's going to be a tough sell for me to go stat form once we have gold dragon armor. You know, like why would I want to be slower and not have that, you know, not have that, the resistances and things that I'm getting from that. But Lich form, you know, maybe, that could be cool, just if only for the memes, you know. Or I could possibly be convinced to go 15 runes on this guy, and if I did that, you definitely want to go Lich form, you know. But we will see. We will see what the game gives me. It's a tough sell, though. Dragon King armor, man. It's hard to say no on a troll, especially. But anyway, that'll be it for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Until next time, I am signing out. Formerly Malcolm Rose. Now I am Dusty Ridgeman. I changed my name because I like to write. Read my books and you can be my friend. They're free on my site, but I'd like some cash if you'd like to be generous. Cha-ching. Finding your way to my heart can be done, but it's my wallet that you have to touch. Dusty Ridgeman.